Every time you see a robbery in a movie or something, it's always super impressive. They'll have like these incredibly well laid out plans, full-blown Ocean's 11 type shit where they'll have like a getaway driver, 15 aerospace engineers on standby just in case they need them. They'll have like Jimmy Neutron in the lab cook up some crazy device to break into the big vault for millions of dollars, and it just always seems like, damn, you have to be a galaxy brain, 10-digit IQ mastermind in order to be a professional criminal. But then when you watch like a heist or a robbery in the real world, it's nothing like the movies most of the time. The plans are laid out in crayon 3 seconds before executing them. They're not looking at building blueprints. They turn their brain off and just go fucking wacky. They get Insano style. So like they'll just run in there, like grab like 5 things and then just like shuffle out the door, and that's the extent of it, and then they get caught 5 minutes later. And today I saw a robbery that I think is probably one of the worst ones ever recorded. It is just, I feel bad for the guy. Like watching him rob it is agonizing because it's so incredibly slow. This dude robbed a Little Caesars in like -5 times speed. I felt like I was watching an NFL replay while watching this man try and rob the cash register. They filmed him for over 1 minute and 30 seconds. He just sat there trying to rob them. At first glance, I thought this was Pay Money Wubby robbing the place, and I thought to myself, God damn, he is really doing everything he can to get to the bottom of his turd kebab mystery. But then I realized that this is just like a generic default character in GTA Online. This was just like a preset. This guy is coming in here not even trying to disguise himself. Like, he didn't even bother to cover his face. He put on sunglasses, but they're too loose and they keep falling off. It's a disaster. It's like robbery ASMR. He's not talking, the employees are just kind of making fun of him. It's just like they're roasting him. No one's taking him seriously. It's so unbelievably goofy. And the thought process here to rob a Little Caesars. Bro, the pizzas are $5. How much money do you possibly think you can get from the cash register? He was better off just taking the whole register and trying to sell that. He would have made more money that way. He's going through this whole song and dance prying open the cash register, but he probably would have made more money just standing outside making balloon animals for people that came into the Little Caesars. He would have got more in tips than he did out of this register. It is $5 pizzas. I don't know what he was expecting. He hasn't exactly hit fucking Fort Knox here. It's Little Caesars. $5 pies. Like, I think he maybe got $20. Maybe. I absolutely love that response from the employees. No, I just work here. Like, I'm not gonna risk my life. I'm not gonna beat this man's ass and risk, you know, getting myself in trouble for the sake of saving $60 for Little Caesars. I don't care that much. I'm not paid to be like a fucking Little Caesars gladiator and fight for Little Caesars honor. You know, that's the right way of handling things. Just the employees like, hey, all right, you're robbing it? Okay, I'm not gonna stop you. I'll just call the police, which they do. And then they just sit here and record all of it for evidence. And this man just keeps flashing the camera with his whole goddamn face. They did the absolute perfect thing here in this situation.
Take that whole shit. Let me get some. Yo, this nigga really just sitting here, bro. Yo, that's all you gonna take? Don't touch nothing. Don't touch nothing. Don't touch nothing, bro. Don't touch nothing. No fingerprints, huh? Yes. Yes.
This is where it gets so good. So this guy with all 3 brain cells and every neuron in that goddamn barren wasteland of a head starts firing, and he's like, oh my god, I left my fingerprints at the scene. I know what happens next. I've watched CSI Miami. So he goes back in and tries to wipe down the register. as if the fingerprints are the main concern here, even though he's flashed his whole face with no sunglasses to the camera like 8 times by now. And he's doing all of this in the slowest speed imaginable. He's entered cruise control. It's like there's so much evidence here, and the one thing he's concerned about is fingerprints. So he goes in and tries to clean the scene. Very thorough job too, but greed gets the best of him. He became gluttonous, so he goes in for more money, leaving more prints. Yeah, so he grabbed an extra like $3 there and then tried to wipe down those extra prints, but kept missing the areas that his greasy paws were touching, and then just skedaddles in the slowest getaway of all time, just barely walking. He would have been faster if he crawled away. Like, Jesus Christ. All in all, I can't imagine he got more than 20 bucks. The guy in the video said 60, but I don't believe that. There's no way he pulled $60 out of that fucking register. All in all, he spent like a minute and a half emptying a register, struggling the entire way, looking super stupid just to walk away with less money than the register costs for repairs, and risking jail time. If he had spent this long just collecting quarters from a wishing well, he would have made more money.
That's all you gonna take? No, bro, you don't work here, bro. Don't get into nothing, bro. They ain't
don't touch nothing. Yo, the store is shut down. The store is shut down, bro.
I've never seen a robbery where at the end of it everyone's laughing at the robber. Like, what? How shameful. How truly awful. The most miserable and slowest robbery ever recorded here. It's like a PSA. You know those like over-the-top PSAs where it's like, you don't want to smoke a cigarette because you'll explode. And they just have like these crazy exaggerated cigarette smoking things. That's what happened here with this robbery. This is how, watch out kids, you don't want to rob. Look at how hard it is. And he's like fucking struggling with it for 2 minutes. Oh my god. There's no follow-up. I don't know if he got arrested. There probably won't be a follow-up since it's like a petty crime, but I'm sure he didn't get away for long. He was probably arrested in the parking lot because he probably just sat there. I don't even think he even bothered to like get away. But you can also see that the customer that had come in while the guy was still robbing them was really contemplating if it was worth beating this guy's ass. He could have easily snapped him in half, I think, and then he even like, you know, wandered out the door a bit to contemplate further, but the employees are like, bro, it's really not worth it. And it wasn't, you know, he didn't need to beat his ass. This was far more embarrassing than any ass beating could have been. So hopefully that customer also did get like some pizza or something, and they all just laughed about it. What a remarkably embarrassing robbery, and I just wanted to share this today because it put a smile on my face, so yeah, that's about it. So yeah. When you think of streaming, you probably think of someone playing video games or sitting in a hot tub, maybe even spreading their asshole if you're lucky enough. But today we're going to focus on a category called IRL streaming, which is where the streamer goes out in public and goes on little adventures like side quests in an MMO where they go and eat and hang out with friends and shit like that. Nothing wrong with IRL streaming, I want to get that clear. But there was a category of streamers, and still is, that their entire streams in the IRL category were just about harassing people in public with text-to-speech donations blasting to make everyone uncomfortable and just be this giant public shit stain. Just awful garbage, really. And today we're going to be talking about a guy who's more than a shit stain. He's the entire used and abused toilet at a fucking Comic-Con convention. His name is Sanchez, and he was an IRL streamer who would just go around insulting people to their face in New York and following them around, constantly just insulting them. He had donations on with text-to-speech, which would just blast slurs at people, so people would donate just to say slurs and shit like that. He's a young man who was so desperate for internet attention, he wanted to suckle on the juicy titties of internet clout. He looks like he still has his baby teeth in his mouth, and he wanted to chomp those teeth right onto that tender nipple of internet fame and take a big swig of her milk. And he would do anything for it. So his whole persona was about being an incel asshole. That's not me calling him an incel. That was his brand of content where he'd go in public, mainly insulting women. He targeted women mostly in his streams. A real brave guy. I'll show you a quick clip of that. I feel like I need to include this in every video now I make about shit like this since common sense is dead. Don't go harass this guy or the people that watched this guy. You're not some hero by harassing them. You're just being an asshole as well. So don't do it.
How you like that, Stacy? You like that? You like that? How about you put a gun in your mouth and pull the trigger? You like that, Stacy? You stupid bitch. You stupid fucking bitch. You deny me? You like that? You like that? Give me something to lose. I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to lose.
Hey cute boy, do you like old fat lesbian pussy?
Go get SSRIs. Go take your psych meds. Go take your birth control. Come on, take your birth control. Take it. Enlighten me on why I should even look forward to impregnating a woman. What do I have to look forward to? What do I have to look forward to? No, I want to speak honestly now. What do I have to look forward to? Seriously. What do I have to look forward to? Birth control.
I know what you have to look forward to, Sanchez. 5 years in jail, potentially. I'm not going to show the whole Department of Justice right up here, but he was recently arrested, facing potentially 5 years in prison for bomb threats. He's done multiple bomb threats on stream. He's only been busted for one, but he's done a couple on stream, so we got ourselves a real fucking daredevil here. This guy's a real epic prankster. He's straight up Gangnam styling on the law out here. The majority of his streams were what you just saw, where it's him having this like hate boner for women that he jerks off his little micro dick about in public and just yells at them and blames them for all of the problems that he has. Watching one of his streams is sadder than watching an ASPCA commercial. When I first saw his channel a couple months ago, I thought it was like a 13-year-old boy going through a phase, and it turns out I was right. It is a 13-year-old boy going through a phase, but he's trapped in the body of a 19-year-old douchebag. He's basically if Xbox Live was a person. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the first bomb threat that he made, and then I'll show you the one after that.
Let's enhance their meal. Enhance the meal. No, behind.
You would still be doing this.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Bomb detonation in two minutes. I take you with me and I kill all you. I kill all you right now, and I kill all you for Allah. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking do it for Allah. I'm going to do it for Allah. Allahu Akbar. Come on, I do it. Bomb now. Bomb now. Yo, all of them scattered. Yo, yo. Holy shit! Holy shit!
Good one. You fucking got him. Those idiots didn't have any idea that you're not an actual terrorist. You're just a fucking loser. Even when you're not making bomb threats, though, I still imagine this is how most people act when they see you. They just fucking leave in disgust. You're like if a septic tank found a video camera and hit go live. It's like the world is Whoville and you're the Grinch. Everyone's just trying to forget about you and avoid you as much as possible. Now, of course, the standard defense is, this is all out of context. He's actually a really good person. You just depict the worst moments. I mean, context doesn't help a fucking fake bomb threat or just harassing women in public or whatever, but I mean, that's fine. I have actually watched 3 full streams, start to finish. Not to flex too hard, but I only puked a couple of times. This shit was painful. Watching snuff films would have been less uncomfortable than watching his dog shit. Watching someone light my car on fire in front of me would have been less painful than watching his streams. This shit was brutal, but I did it just to make sure that there was no doubt that this guy was truly an abhorrent douchebag. He hasn't even accidentally been entertaining for even a split second. You'd think over the course of like 3 streams, 8-9 hours streams in total, that he did like fart at some point, which would at least be somewhat entertaining to someone, but not even that. Dude's butt cheeks are sealed shut, fucking sewn together. He can't even fucking fart to make something, make a little smile appear. The streams are entirely based around him spending extremely long following people, hurling insults at them, with them not even reciprocating, they just ignore him. It's like this guy's invisible. It's like your worst nightmare, where you are in a dream, and you're trying your best to like shout to someone, but they just keep walking, they can't hear you. This is that guy's whole existence. This man is truly invisible to everyone except his chat, and except when he's making bomb threats. And when he's not harassing people and stalking them to hurl the worst insults of all time, it's just his chat making slurs in their donations and him laughing at that, or getting the public's reaction to hearing slurs. It's fucking baffling. It is so sad. Let me show you another one of his bomb threats, though.
Bomb Squad, thanks so much for the dono.
Bomb Squad tipped $2.
Bomb Squad.
Attention everyone, this is not a joke. I have a bomb. I have a bomb. It is set on a digital timer and is set to go off in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Allahu Akbar.
3, 2,
Allahu Akbar.
1,
Allahu
0.
Akbar.
Boom. Just kidding, faggots.
Oh my god, that actually worked. Holy shit. Let's go, baby. We just did that shit. That was fucking dope. Thank you so much for that donation, bro. Oh, that was hype. Oh, that just made my fucking day, didn't it? That made my fucking day. Holy shit. Thank you so much for that donation. By the way, whoever's watching and you report that, that was not me, that was a donator. And yes, thanks so much.
Pretty random XD, Rar Sanchez. A Swiffer holds up Spork, does the narwhal bacon at midnight. You're such a random dude. Oh my god, you're such an edgy random comedian. He has a Swiffer in public. Wild. And he also just did a bomb threat prank. Hey! The highlights of this man's life are the most embarrassing moments of everyone else's. Like the things that keep you awake at night in cold sweats, like I can't believe I fucking did that, are the absolute cherished memories of this guy. And it's so sad. It is so sad. I've said it for a while, I think the internet creates losers, and this is a great example. He gets cheered on by his chat. His chat enables this and makes him believe that it's good entertainment, or like somehow he's actually doing something good for the world. The chat is laughing at him, not with him. He can't even get like even an ounce of legitimate support from anyone. He's literally a circus act for people, but they make him feel like he's the Joker. Oh, Incel gets rejected by a girl and no one bats an eye. But Incel sticks a Swiffer in the face of a random girl and makes a bomb threat and everyone loses their minds. It's so pathetic. I'd almost feel bad for him if he wasn't such an insufferable hemorrhoid of a person. Because the chat is the Frankenstein, and he is the monster that they've created. They're constantly encouraging him to continue doing this shit. In the few moments where he's not and he's just like hanging out to himself, people just leave and insult him. When he's not harassing people, people just fucking leave. So he just keeps doing it to keep the viewership there as people donate to insult him and insult the people around him. The chat is like constantly shoveling coal into this never-ending train wreck of a person. It's like Snowpiercer if the train was just this constant degenerate express. It's fucking wild in the worst way. I think it is great that he's going to jail. Well, hopefully going to jail. Because I think that'll be the best thing for him. Just like a full reset. This wouldn't be the first time a streamer goes to jail for bomb threats. There's of course the extremely famous one from another streamer where this guy was actually facing up to 10 years in prison for this.
C4 has been successfully activated. Bomb detonation countdown successfully started.
He did go to jail for this, but he didn't finish out the entirety of the 10-year sentence, although I don't even know if that was the final verdict with 10 years. He was released, I think like a year ago, or maybe even less than a year ago, I'm not sure, but he went to jail for it. So this wouldn't be the first time someone goes to jail for this shit if Sanchez does face prison time. But anyway, I wanted to share this story with you because it's a pretty wild one. Luckily, these kinds of streams aren't that popular anymore. IRL streams I've always enjoyed. I've always been a fan, but I've always hated like the public nuisance element of it where they feel like they're invincible because they have a fucking video camera going, so then they just start becoming huge fucking douchebags to everyone in public. So yeah, I just wanted to quickly share this story. That's about it. So yeah.
Neither of them.
Oh, Steve from Blue's Clues is out!
Judge Buzzard springs into action. And it's on.
Like the judge is going after them on foot
The
himself?
two escapees are in handcuffs and prison-issue sandals.
Oh, he ate shit. He's like the Terminator
As does
out here.
This bright orange clue here.
He's just slow riding
They
it.
made it to the third floor.
Uh-oh. Here he comes! Man, this guy loves
And now to the
justice.
second, just one floor away from freedom.
Oh god!
Buzzard is gaining some ground.
Judge Buzzard!
The one who
About to
lost
fucking
his
eat him!
scandal.
Oh!
The judge tackles the lagging defendant just outside the
Damn
exit
it.
to the building. Both have second-degree escape added to their charges.
There you go.
I didn't try to escape to get out. I tried to escape to get well, and I tried to do what I could, do what I could do to get my drug addiction.
What?
We're heading out to Jackson, Michigan.
Okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense. He was just running from the courthouse to rehab. He didn't want to wait.
This man, Jacob Larson. This incident's a violation of a restraining order against Jacob.
All those messages were like, a lot of them were like last year.
Man, you really can't afford like a usable camera here. This quality is abominable. It's like a fucking picture of Sasquatch.
4 months earlier.
Yeah, I know. It's like this, like fatal attraction.
Are there even people here? This is just like a video game glitch, like when you go out of bounds.
I told you. You know what? I told you to leave her alone. And apparently that.
Oh, please fight again. God damn it, I want to see it again.
You're going to jail for You and her are all. You know what? You got a bad attitude. You got a bad attitude last time you were in court. Okay? You and her are buddy. Y'all get along.
He's probably fucking your girl. What do you think about that?
County jail. You want to go for a year? Try it right now.
Do it.
One more
He's bluffing. He doesn't have the power.
Over Facebook. You're going to jail for a year in the county. 365 days county jail. Can't do it.
What do you mean you can't? It's crazy how many people say you can't do that. He's the fucking judge. Like, what do you mean? This man can tell you you have to stand on a corner with your butthole flexed in front of a traffic light if you wanted to.
Put your hands behind your back. Get to know you all too much. I'm good. That's all right. 93 days.
It holds true. The quickest way to tell when someone's an insufferable asshole is when they call themselves a good person or a nice person. That's how you immediately know that you will never like that person, and they certainly are not good or nice.
As he pulls out what appears to be...
He's going in!
No one seems to notice until...
He's making a statement.
He lights up. And this time it's noticed immediately.
Hey! We the people deserve better.
Oh, what a hero. My man.
Hey! We the people deserve better.
And on that day, weed was legalized.
Taken away by the court officer, slapping Boston with a disorderly conduct charge, as well as another charge of possession.
But he can sleep easy at night knowing that he was on the side of justice and brought change. The joint that changed everything.
There's a lot of things that you can do, and your life doesn't have to be over.
That is a useless law. That was such a fucking dumb idea. Like, what did he expect? My God, he's so brave. That's it, I'm changing the law right now.
Apparently here's some snickering from Casal's family sitting in the gallery.
What the fuck?
You can go too. Whoever can sit here at a tragic moment like this and laugh and smile.
No, throw her in jail. Fuck that. If I was a judge and heard that, she'd be going right to jail. Fuck her.
You cannot come down
what
to
a
the
piece of shit.
Hall of Justice. Ma'am, you are being taken into custody for criminal contempt. Your disruptive and disrespectful behavior disrupted today's proceedings, and you, ma'am, are going to the Wayne County Jail for 93 days for direct contempt.
Now that's what I'm fucking talking about. Well, it's been a while since I've had a full-blown justice boner, and that just triggered it. I wish it was more than 93 days, though.
Donna seems to have learned a serious lesson from just one night behind bars.
Don't you fucking dare let her out.
Miss Coulson, is there something you'd like to say?
Yes, I deeply apologize.
In fact, laugh at her. Laugh at her. Laugh in her face. A hearty belly laugh. Ho ho ho. Ha ha ha. Judge reprimands father of 40 children. Holy shit. 40?
Next, we're in Miami, Florida, where Judge Nushin Safey's about to recognize a familiar name on her bond hearing docket.
Johnny Ray Smith Jr. Oh my God.
These two have a storied history, and you're gonna hear all about it. In that same case, Smith revealed to the court that he had fathered more than 30 children.
God damn.
Remember she was pregnant and she had another kid, so I'm at 40 now.
Holy shit. All of a sudden, two people in the chat are like, wait a minute, it's my dad.
No, listen, I never went back to the house. I never called.
You didn't listen to anything I said.
No, I did. I left.
She seems a little interested. She's playful with you. You might be looking at another 10 children coming up soon.
Smith's charges today
as well as the allegations before the court at this point in
Just
time.
make it clear that my history with him is
No,
as a judge.
Mr. Smith.
You're not staying there, correct?
So what is he here for? Just to like brag about how many kids he has?
Mr. Smith, just
Bitch,
answer
with
yes or
2
no.
kids. Condoms, use them.
Okay.
That's fucking nuts.
Fan of Court Cam.
40 kids. Holy shit. Man caught with drugs in the courtroom, huh?
Filled with some kind of powder. He's not entirely sure what it is. So he has it tested.
He snorts it.
It turns out to be cocaine.
Jackpot.
So the court...
Are these the potential suspects?
And this man steps up to the gate. Watch closely as he moves his hat. One more time.
Why would he bring cocaine here? And put it in his hat, of all places, the worst place to put it.
Arrest. Thanks for being a fan of Court Cam.
What a fucking horrible idea. That's like the one place and one hiding spot you would never want to use. Man gets 100 days for sassing the judge. Good. Let's see the sass.
So I'm gonna raise the bond.
I hope he earned it.
I actually have a car that I'm trying to sell on Craigslist.
Stop talking. I'm gonna give you a public defender. Michael Ray.
Hey, he was just trying to sell his car.
Next up is Michael Ray.
He committed a crime just to plug his car.
4 charges.
The county's requesting $25,000 full cash.
Hey, thanks for the 5 gift subs. Everyone loves Ray. Thank you, Ray.
You think that's funny?
I think that's hilarious.
Sarcasm won't get him a reduction, and the judge lets him know it.
He's lucky I didn't hold him in contempt.
Ray just had his bond doubled.
Nice, let's triple it.
But as he re-enters the hallway,
And then he can negotiate it down.
Bring him in.
This guy's watched way too many anime moments here. He thinks he's like really badass.
Ray's language isn't the only thing to upset the judge. According to court officials, the defendant also gave her the middle finger. When, sure enough, Ray comes back for more.
Here he comes. Sir, I'm holding you in contempt for what you did.
What you're holding me in?
And so...
You shut man.
All right, you can take it back.
That's right.
That felt like something right out of GTA RP.
He's done.
I think we need to...
Yeah.
Can we bring him back?
Yes.
What started out as 4 serious charges has grown into a grand total of 10.
Nice, go for 20, don't be a bitch.
Yeah. No, I figure that's just a
That definitely cut deep on the lawyer being called the useless like that.
Thanks for being a fan of
He didn't
Court
like
Cam,
that.
where it's very early on a Sunday morning, and all is quiet. Until...
Oh, shit! I was expecting that, but I thought it was gonna be like a garbage truck.
Their pickup right through the front of the building to steal an ATM machine just off camera.
Oh.
This is just
one
of a series of recent
Oh,
break-ins involving
I see.
ATMs just as the truck hits the gas to dislodge the ATM. With nothing more than what appears to be a bare cash deposit box,
Nice.
thieves come up empty and drive off.
What do you mean empty? They were there for that little
3
box.
days later, after the courthouse boarded up the windows,
This is some fucking straight up Tom and Jerry shit.
finish the job. Angel Lopez, Thomas Ortega, and Toby Perkins are arrested and charged with theft.
Could they have woken the guy in the top left up for his mugshot at least?
Their lookouts. Thanks for being a fan of Court Cam. Subscribe to
Holy
A&E
shit. So they actually did get money out of them? Isn't it extraordinarily difficult to actually break into one of those? Like, here, let me see. What would I type in to find that? Maybe this would work? Well, yeah, now it just looks like I'm planning a crime here. Fine, I'll look up the German mud wizard. Robed wizard taunts police struggling in mud. What is happening here? Did he deploy a quicksand? Is this guy an earthbender? What is going on? Well, he's very powerful. What is this? Prestidigitation? Like, goddamn. Oh! There he is! The wizard has been summoned. Man, all of these police officers are like turtles on their shell. Jesus Christ. This is embarrassing. Oh, it's like toddlers when they're still learning how to walk. Are they all drunk or something? What is going on? There's no way it's that hard. This man's fighting for his fucking life. The Mud Wizard's gonna drag him back by the heels like a horror movie in a second. Man, at this point, just start doing, like, rolling. Like, it's like, oh, shit! It's like cow tipping. The Mud Wizard strikes. We're gonna need reinforcements. His tootsies are stuck in the mud. Whoever set up this trap, though, really did a great job. It's like some kind of holy barrier. Oh, no. So this is how it all ends for this guy, huh? He'll just be stuck here forever. Oh, come on! He's almost there, let's go! Oh no, it's like bowling pins. Oh, jeepers. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. There we go. That's the Mud Wizard for you. And none of them can navigate the mud pit. Oh, the Mud Wizard got him with a blast. Oh, there he is. You're in his territory now. This is his domain. His spiritual pressure is able to run rampant here. This guy is actually being swallowed whole. He's gonna need to be airlifted out here in a second. He's going really deep. He's going straight to hell. Like, good lord. They're gonna need to get the chopper and a ladder inbound ASAP. And the Mud Wizard's coming. Oh god. Oh no. Oh lord. Have mercy. It's Radagast the Brown. Man, it goes on for so long. There we go. We got him. Mission successful. He gets to go home and see his family. Close call, though. Close call. We almost lost him. Wow. That was fascinating. Jesus Christ. Someone give me the lowdown. What happened here? Was this like a concert or what? Because I do remember there was also a filth wizard at a rave a long time ago. I also think it was Germany. There was a guy who dressed as a wizard and started playing in the mud and twirling around a baton and shit. It was a coal mining protest. Oh. Does anyone remember the Wizard of Filth? Damn, this is too new, so it's overriding the old one. Where is it? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? 2 wizards, 1 cup. Well, that's not the one. It was at a rave, and there was a guy dressed in a gray wizard's garb. It was raining, it was muddy, and he was just busting it wide open. I wonder if it's the same guy. I'd really like to find the video. Does anyone know what it's called? Is it just Rave Wizard? I tried Mud Rave Wizard, but it didn't come up. Oh, here we go. Wizard Gandalf at a rave. I think this is it. This is not the one. How often does this happen? This must be a very common cosplay thing for raves. This is pretty cool, though. He was wearing gray wizard gear. I think he even had a walking stick. And he was dancing. Anyone at all? Why is it? I'm pretty sure I even showed it on stream at some point like 2 years ago. What the fuck? Why is this so hard to find? Am I crossing wires? Was he not in a wizard's getup? I'm pretty sure he was. Here, I guess I'll pull this up. Maybe this will jog someone's memory. This is kind of what the environment looked like. But then there was a guy dressed as a wizard, and he was throwing mud, and he had a walking stick, I'm pretty sure. What the fuck? Are you... What? Man, what the fuck? No, it's not the Glastonbury Wizard. What? How does this fit anything I have said? I pulled this goddamn video up on stream years ago. Thanks, Resub Filthy. Why can't I find it? Did it get taken down? Was it not as popular as I remember? Hey, I'm gonna describe a video real quick. Tell me if you guys know what I'm talking about so I can find it. Have any of you seen
Is it the Blippi video?
No, that Blippi shit video, that was so good. It was a music festival. It was a concert. It was raining. It was muddy. People were throwing mud at each other, and there was a guy dressed as a gray wizard throwing mud at people.
Oh, the one in Germany?
Yes, that's what I thought. But I can't find it. I can't find it.
Wait, I can find it.
Okay,
wait,
cool.
at the protest, you mean?
No, that's Mud Wizard. I'm talking Filth Wizard. This was like a level 99 Filth Wizard.
Oh,
Andrew,
shit.
how could you think this was Mud Wizard?
My bad.
Yeah.
It's not nothing like it.
Fuck, I can't.
Very different levels of magic.
How can chat not find it?
No, I pulled this fucking thing up on stream years ago. He was not the focus of the video. I will say that. The video was focused on the
wizard's
concert.
a red herring here.
Yeah, the wizard was just like a pretty small piece of it, but like he became a meme. They called him the Filth Wizard on Reddit. Messy Merlin?
Maybe it was Messy Merlin and you're thinking of Filth Wizard.
It's not Messy Merlin. Literally nothing came up with that except a beached dolphin.
Oh.
Is it Polish Golem at a rave? That's... Wait, that...
What the fuck?
So deep.
No, God, is anyone even listening to me? It is not Polish Golem. He is not even wearing a wizard's garb.
Alright, so describe the video again, but
this...
like really go into some detail here.
Oh, wait, we forgot a guy. How did we possibly miss that guy?
So...
Wait, we forgot a guy?
This seems...
just chilling.
This seems like a pretty common thing. So it was a rainy day. The video, it was still raining. Everything was covered in mud and filth and shit. And there was a guy in a wizard's cloak who was throwing mud at people and dancing. And I'm pretty sure he had a walking stick. But yeah, this video is cool.
Positive it was a music festival?
I am 100% sure it was a music festival. Unless they just do like mud parties.
Oh my god, look at it.
Yeah, he just knocks...
He
uses his fucking most powerful spell to root that fucking that SWAT police officer in place, and then he pushes him over.
Yeah, he casts a crazy root on that guy. The whole department honestly fell victim to the CC. It was really good.
Naked mud monster running uphill at Australian music festival?
He definitely wasn't naked. I would remember if he was hanging on.
Oh yeah, this is straight up.
Wait.
He's straight up naked.
Wait, I think I found it.
What's it called?
Here, I'll just send it to you on Discord. I hope this is it. Is he like playing with fucking like light up balls?
Oh no, that's Rave Wizard.
Oh, God damn it! Why are there so many fucking wizards?
There's a lot of wizards in the world. You'd be surprised.
God.
Man slides into girl peeing at V Festival 2012.
Oh, that one got promised.
Last night in bed, actually.
Oh my, yeah, she's peeing on the ground and he mudslides straight under her.
Send me mudslide pee. I want to watch that on my own. Look up Mag Smrodu. Okay, last one though before doing this encounter. Actually, last one.
Alright, everybody's ready except for Charles, I think, because he's looking up a video.
Oh, the filth wizard! Yes, wait, that's it. It's in a different language. That's why we couldn't find it. I got everything right except for his cloak. It's not a gray cloak.
Put it in the raid group so everybody can join in.
Yeah. Hold on, let me drop that in there.
You're gonna have one message in this Discord and it's that.
Yeah, it's just filth wizard. Here, let me make sure it's not Toss and I'll pull it up on stream. I don't think it is. In fact, it's actually not even a wizard at all.
Yeah, that's just a man with a stick.
But they called him.
This was so misleading. If
you go into the comments, I promise you, they're calling him Filth Wizard.
They're all talking in German.
Holy shit! That wall of noise.
Whoever this is.
He actually only has a stick.
Why did you?
Wait, he's just drinking the mud?
Yeah. So he's not playing with the mud; he's drinking it. That's why I got confused. Wires got crossed. But yeah, this is. They called him.
Somebody find this.
I don't know. They called him the Filth Wizard, though. I swear to God, they called him the Filth Wizard.
Look at that good Samaritan coming up and saying, "Hey man, stop drinking that fucking water."
Oh, when I translate Mag Smrodu, it translates to Stink Mage.
Alright.
Let's get started. Yeah, staff just posted it. The Stink Mage replenishes mana in the Tainted Moon Let's get serious.
The Stink Mage and his mana potion.
The Tainted Moon
I told you, that video is such a fucking banger. Thief falls through store ceiling twice. Oh, he's over here. Oh, this guy's a genius. He set up a decoy. I thought this was him. I was wondering how he gets to the ceiling. Oh, we got a real fucking criminal mastermind here. He thought of everything. It's like some shit out of Johnny Bravo when he went to steal a giant diamond. He got like a little rope and everything. I just don't get it though. Thank God for that rope, am I right? A nice slow descent. What's the point? He's clearly he's robbing the place. Look at all the good loot he's walking away with. Or maybe he just wanted to try out his rope. I'll see if I can break into this place with my rope, fuck it. Oh, he's trapped in here. This man's hatching so many plans, and every single time he thinks of one, it almost immediately doesn't work. But he's on to something now. Unfortunately, the title spoils what happens next, but I like where his heart's at. He's hatched an idea and he's acting on it. I can't imagine where he falls through next. Why would you climb up here and then go this way? Oh, I see. He never even made it onto the panels. I wonder how he's doing now. Oh, he's fucking cooking. He's almost out. I see it. Alright, we were close on that one. I think one more time, and we should be free. Man's gonna just call the cops on himself to let him out. What do you mean if you know the whereabouts of this subject? He's still in the store. It's become his sarcophagus. He hasn't left. Just check the store. Oh my god, he falls through the roof as well. Or the ceiling. Man, how many fucking people fall through ceilings? I used to do vodka coke. That was always my mixed drink of choice. Cheap. And it just tasted like drinking very cold coke. Very unpopular mixed drink though. None of my friends liked it, and every time I ordered it at the bar, they always very confused and gave me some shit. So the owner's trap was locking all the doors? He's delivering some really strong kicks there. That door is putting in work. Oh, and he's going with the old horse kick as well. This is not his first rodeo kicking down a door, but he has never fought an opponent like this. That shit is vibranium. So what is he even doing here? It doesn't look like he was even trying to rob the place. It looked like he was escaping. Oh, that's rough. Oh, there goes the hammer. Are we sure that this belongs to just like a normal shop owner and not somebody that was like torturing this guy and he finally got an escape going? Only to get trapped in the second phase of the solve trap? Because it didn't look like he was even trying to rob this. He's getting really close. I think that was a really fucking dumb plan. Look how close you are with the door. You can absolutely kick off the bottom, I think. I don't think you'll get through the deadbolt, but you will definitely bust the bottom up. Crawl through it. Can't believe he hasn't torn his Achilles yet. Oh, and now he's just gonna pop his shoulder out of place. Very good, very good. The panic is really setting in. Next he's gonna just take the hammer and start hitting himself with it. I don't understand. Is he running out of oxygen or something? What is happening? That leg is gonna snap any minute now. But I'm sure he's resourceful enough to find a second means of getting this open. Wait, is this one of those push locks where you push it up and pull it to the side? Has that been there the whole time? Oh my fucking god. To be fair, I also didn't notice it. But I'm also not looking at the door in person. I see he's still not free, though. It looks like it is just a closet. This escape room has really bested him. God, did he just live here now or something? Holy shit, how long is this video? Oh my god, he's dehydrated, starving to death. I haven't been looking at the date up here. Is it changed by like a week or something? What's going on? This man's deteriorating. Oh, that was easy. Hey, what's up, pussy? Should have locked the cop in. That would have been a big brain move, but there's obviously another officer over here. That would have been like some mastermind shit, though. He just tucks his legs forward a little bit. This officer becomes trapped and he just has to take on one guy. It's like some GTA RP kind of shit. No, there's clearly two cops is what I'm saying. Chat, Jesus, you would never succeed as a fucking villain. A, cops don't respond to calls alone, there's always backup, and B, he was clearly talking to somebody over here while the officer was behind the door. Spooky vid time? We can see what Mr. Nightmare's up to, sure. 5 most disturbing videos taken in an attic.
Of course, it'll usually be dismissed as house settling noises, because who would ever imagine that someone or something would actually be up in your attic, or God forbid on your roof, right?
Ooh, hold on, before this gets going, I think I already know one he's gonna show. He's gonna show that one we watched a while ago from Inside Edition, where the neighbor made a secret passage into their attic in order to watch them sleep. And the guy put in like a GoPro camera to watch him, and it's just like this weird bald guy who looks like Schmeagol from Lord of the Rings, just like crawling through and looking down at them. You guys remember him? Man looked like he was perpetually covered in a thick film of grease. And then he got arrested, and I think his the punishment was he's not allowed to do that again. Like, I don't think he went to jail or anything, he's not allowed to go back to their house. was basically, hey, can you not go into their attic? He got caught because the father noticed one night that there was a light coming from his attic, and it was the guy with a flashlight looking down or something. It was crazy. Shit was wild. He's a tier 1 crustacean.
While these videos may make you want to install cameras, Jerome and Ashley Kennedy,
this is the one. Immediately into it.
With their 10-month-old
yes.
baby, were living comfortably.
This is the one I was talking about.
Above their heads in their own home. The row house next door that was being renovated was owned by 73-year-old Robert Havrilla, who's described.
There he literally looks like a guy that would be crawling in attics. Like, this is the attic boogeyman. It's like he was born in there and never left. So he keeps trying to find his way back. Yeah, fuck yeah. Immediately into this one.
Very reclusive and known to keep to himself. Jerome was in bed one night when he heard noises above him in the attic. The kinds of noises that weren't just house noises.
Yep,
he knew somebody was up there. Then he noticed a light shining through a pipe, as if it were searching for a place to look through. So Jerome installed a surveillance camera in his attic, and a day later, caught on tape was many people's worst nightmare. His neighbor Robert in his attic, carrying a power drill, looking into the bedroom. His neighbor had made a removable wall to gain access to their attic. It wasn't just the attic, though. Jerome also found perfectly round holes in the common wall between the two row houses. The shapes indicate that Robert the neighbor was drilling holes through the wall. Cops were called, and Robert was charged with stalking and trespassing, which he pled not guilty to. Robert's attorney made a statement that his client had no bad intentions. He claims he was in the attic for maintenance reasons connected to his renovations, not to peep on anyone or do anything malicious.
Yeah, he looks like he's renovating up there. No, you see, Your Honor, my client was actually up there looking for lost Pokemon cards. With the recent boom in prices, he realized his grandchildren must have had some good ones that he stored in the attic at one point. There was nothing weird about it. And the fact that he had a flashlight while looking through the pipe into the neighbor's house is truly just a coincidence and a misunderstanding.
Anybody with half a brain would know this is BS. The many holes drilled in the common wall and through the ceiling in the attic were without a doubt meant to spy on his neighbors. Strangely enough, it appears Robert was aware of the camera that Jerome had placed, as he looks right at him.
It's like an alien.
So why he continued to do
it's
what
like a baby alien
is unknown. When the window doesn't provide a good view of what it could be, he decides to go outside for a better view, and this is what he sees.
Alright, let's see. Oh, it's gonna be Slender Man. I feel it.
Fuck is that?
Oh, well, this shit is fake. Damn. Wait, what is that? Something from a Studio Ghibli movie? What am I looking at?
Hey.
It's half ahead of what looks to be either some kind of creature or perhaps somebody wearing a mask.
Oh my god! It's La Llorona!
No other information is known of this video. Was it some kind of creature? Some people in the comments were saying it could be an owl. Others think it was a person in a mask with malintents.
Man, what the fuck?
Possibly trying to break into the house.
Man, what the fuck? An owl? Bro, what kind of... What? It's just a staged YouTube video. I don't think any fucking owl looks like that.
And his dad sounded concerned and told him to go upstairs and check on the hot water heater, which is actually in their attic, a very uncommon place to find a water heater. Steven's dad was worried that something was wrong with the water heater and that the sounds he was hearing were coming from it. So Steven obliged and proceeded to go up into the attic, but not without recording.
Well, that's another fake one. Mr. Nightmare has always done, like, real shit from everything we've seen. And the first video here was real, but the last couple here have been fake. Or at least this one seems like it's about to be fake.
Steven checked the water heater and saw that it was completely fine. He then appeared to be leaving the attic, and that's when he heard a sound that caught his attention. As Steven heard something come from inside a large, long box, he took a closer look at it and saw someone's eye peeking out.
He's just trying to use his imagination like SpongeBob and Patrick.
The 17-year-old was
Leave him alone.
In shock. And
I would have stomped that box flat. No, you would not. You would not. I know for a fact you wouldn't. I don't know you personally, but I know you wouldn't. Assuming that's real, there's not a single goddamn person in this chat that would have, like, fought that guy. All of you would have run. No way. You're not like the hero of an anime. I know I do this too. Everyone comes up with these like crazy scenarios. I would stop a school shooting if I was there. I would charge him and then disarm him using Dale Brown's kung fu techniques from the Detroit Survival Fitness. I would be the man to do it. But you wouldn't. You just wouldn't.
So the man decides to go up there with a light and camera and check it out.
And gamer. Is that Ray William Johnson?
The man looks around for several minutes, but doesn't see anything out of the ordinary. As the wife is clearly very distressed and scared, the man maintains a calm, reassuring demeanor about the situation.
What's going on with the audio? They're going through a tunnel? Oh, wait, that was actually Gollum. That is literally Gollum.
It appears to be the wrinkled, gray face of an old man, peering down at the couple for a very brief moment, with an eerie expression. It quickly disappears back into the darkness above, going undetected by the couple. Some people believe that it may have been a homeless elderly man who was taking refuge in the couple's attic.
No, I don't think it is. I don't. This is like a weird stock asset of, I guess, Dobby the house elf. That is not a wrinkly old man. This dude like looked down the ladder like a boss fight in Dark Souls. He just like swung his head over out of nowhere. It's not like a wrinkly old man. Plus the guy that went in the attic would have seen him.
Yeah, gotta climb on them.
God, what oh, it's like an infrared. I feel like I'm in an AC-130 right now. Like that Modern Warfare mission. Good lord.
These are the shingles.
Hey, thanks for the 5 gift subs, gamer. Appreciate it, man. Here's some Gorski. Wait a minute, that's the same goddamn guy that was in the other attic. What kind of cryptid is this? The attic? Bald man?
Oh my god.
He grabbed his rifle and returned to his roof, but the creature was no longer there. The creature seems to be bald with a large round head, but no facial features can be seen.
Damn. Well, one of those videos was real. The other 4 were also real. God damn, there's an epidemic right now of rakes living on people's roofs, I guess. Fuck, we're gonna have to do something about that. Car chase on ABC. I can't watch car chases live. Potential TOS with people getting hurt. Everyone else does it. Yeah, and Hassan just got banned for doing what everyone else did with watching a Ye interview, so I'm not taking any chances. I love police chases, but I'm not watching one live. I'll watch a police chase after the fact. It's the same commentator from the last chase too. Oh my god, that's so fucking hype. Holy shit. I have a theory. We're getting so many police chases in such a short amount of time. I think that last one that went viral with the Grand Theft Auto stealing cars and going crazy, I think they saw the ratings and the response from that, and now, what was that, the SoCal Police Department? I think it was SoCal. Now they're just getting people hopped up, like, you know, they're leaving car doors open, maybe with the keys in the ignition, kind of enticing them as they have the chopper around the area, just waiting. Just fucking waiting. Just keep farming content out of it. Isn't that just called a bait car? Oh, true, yeah, I guess they used to have that bait car shit. Yeah, but they'd have the bait car and the cops nearby ready to, like, arrest them. I'm saying they're doing bait cars with a chopper ahead to film them. And then maybe they'll call the police, like, alright, hey, he took it, go. But don't chase him too much, we want this to last. Did you see the police chase last night where the guy drove into the Angels Stadium? What? Was that the 3-hour chase? Oh, never mind. This is the one with the clown car with like 6 people coming out. When did he drive into Angels Stadium?
Into the stadium. Going into the stadium, bottoming out as he makes his way through the ticket booths at Angels Stadium. Check this guy out.
Yeah, this is the same guy.
Now very dark in that parking lot. Fortunately, he's got his headlights on, but you saw he bottomed out there, sparks flying as he fled through the ticket booth, and he is now well into the parking lot about to go around Angel Stadium. Coming around home.
Why though?
Continuing south.
What was the plan?
And what are we going to do here? Some donuts in the parking lot?
Mighty strange indeed.
Visiting all of Southern California's landmark attractions this evening as he now does circles in the parking lot of Angel Stadium, looking for an exit, and that appears to be what he may have found.
How the fuck? That was like the perfect opportunity just to spike trap the exit. They could have ended it right there. LAPD just gave up the car chase just now. The guy won against the cops. You can watch it now. I'm going to tune in for just 1 second. If I see anything sketchy, I'm immediately backing out. You said it's ABC7? Alright, fine.
Onto the 5
oh, it's the boy wonder. The police chase commentating expert is back.
A valley left before he ends up in the Newhall Pass. And so I suspect
how did he escape?
Gradually coming close with that cross traffic there. He's on a
Jesus, this has already been going for 30 minutes.
That does not have a name, but he is just about a block south or half block south of DeSoto Avenue. To give you an idea of where we are, you can see the helicopter.
I feel like with all these police chases in SoCal, I know the area better than my own city. Gone on such a fucking tour of it through these.
I believe. Out of LAPD's jurisdiction, and even the helicopter probably would have turned around.
What?
Probably would have, he probably would be done. But he is
no.
Off the freeway in the San Fernando.
Is that how that works? They have like an aggro range, like it's World of Warcraft?
LAPD's jurisdiction, giving that
actually, World of Warcraft I don't think has aggro range. Like City Heroes?
So left LAPD's jurisdiction and taken himself into Santa Clarita Valley, but instead he's now off the freeway. Back into LAPD's.
So what happens then?
Right where this all.
Let's say he didn't suck a fat ass there and went straight, and everyone turns around. Do they arrest him in the next county? He has stopped. Like just forward his information to them and they arrest him there? Yeah, they put out an APB. Okay.
It looks like it's red in the other direction. I can't tell.
Looks like it's red. He's at a red.
Okay.
There's a green light allowing that.
He's obeying traffic laws.
Southbound 405. He's in the right lane on the northernmost lane of Roxford Street.
Yeah, this is live.
And we'll see he basically is fixing.
I'll watch the conclusion to this. It seems like a polite chase. He's just waiting in a red light.
He could either go.
He's in no rush.
We'll see what he does here, crawling through the intersection and going with those
Oh, he's listening to the broadcast. He's listening to the broadcast. He heard the secret. He heard the cheat code of going back up here and getting to the next county. He heard. He's listening.
He is now entering their jurisdiction. So CHP is going to have some fun with this.
Oh, no, wait. I misunderstood. He's going the wrong way.
What this guy is up to.
I thought this was going all the way around.
CHP took the bait, but
took the bait? What do you mean?
Resources and
it's fucking 3 a.m. They just want to drive fast for a little bit. I get it. They're like, fuck it, boys, let's punch it.
Southbound 405, Mark.
What's at play here? And you never know.
If they pit maneuver this guy, I'm going to have to back out immediately because this is a high-speed pit maneuver, a huge chance for injury. Can't stream that.
To cover up a felony. We don't know.
That's exactly.
Oh!
Look at that. Was that? Yeah.
Okay, he just got off.
So he got off. The 2 continued, but he still has. That's still a black and white.
Yeah, he's got one straggler on him still.
Unit right behind him as he gets off.
I love how impressed the commentator gets.
And that's interesting. At least for the last several minutes, he's been somewhat behaved ever since he got onto the 405.
Yeah, is this even a police chase? It just looks like a random guy now. He hasn't done anything illegal that we've seen yet.
And he's actually
just fucking driving.
Slow. Is there more pulling in?
What do you mean let him go? Like he's just like he wins?
Yeah,
like he's not. So what happens now?
Again, those CHP
he just goes home and it's all good.
Responsible for state roads.
Goes to the paint shop.
Interstate highways, and so he's going to head back towards the freeway. The airship is still overhead. And a different unit is now a ways back. Is that we don't know if it's CHP.
What is the protocol? I don't understand. I have to pee. I have to pee. I'll be right back. I've got to fucking pee. Christ.
In his direction, but
but I don't want to miss anything. But I gotta pee. I'm sorry. I've got to fucking pee. I'm back. Wait, what? What just happened? Did he deploy an EMP? What's going on? They lost interest, they gave up, he just won. What?
Pursuit, and it is no longer a threat to the public, it would appear, because he has slowed down. Our coverage will end now. We thank you very much for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow night on ABC 7. Good night.
Wait, so is the crime forgiven? Because it was a pursuit. I don't know what he was originally being stopped for, but he evaded authorities. He ran from the police. Is it all good? Like he wins?
That's exactly right. And at least at one point, they were willing to.
No, they just arrest him later. Okay. Imagine if that was a rule, like, if you outrun us for 45 minutes, we forgive your crime. You lose your stars. That's crazy. Wait, that is actually nuts. I don't think I've ever seen that. Then again, I'm new to the police chase scene. Can't say I'm overly familiar with police chase protocol. I'm very new to this genre. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, if they just plan on arresting him later, like they deem he's not a threat anymore due to obeying road rules, like, if they plan to get him later, that assumes that he's in his own car. That could be a stolen car. It could be fake plates. That seems like an interesting protocol. Have you seen this bird bandit? Please search for man with parrots in McDonald's robbery. This actually looks like some kind of marketing campaign for McDonald's back when they had the Hamburglar. Is this real? Is this not a marketing stunt?
Searching for this man they have dubbed the Bird Bandit.
He actually looks like a One Piece character. Like, what? This character design is exquisite. And that's a real parrot?
Check him out with his friends there on his shoulder. Investigators are accusing the man of robbing someone with a knife.
Yep, police say the
well,
same
that's
man
not
was
very
later
nice.
spotted in another store
what a jerk.
carrying the 3 birds that you see right there. News
Wait, 3 birds? I wish you would stop graying it out when I pause it. Hold on, let me find the picture of him. It's a little blurry to tell. He got 3 birds on him? It's like that guy from John Wick. Man, and that is a mean goatee. It's coming to like a dagger's point. Also, I like this right here. Anyone with any information is asked to contact police. I think if you've ever seen this guy in your life, you probably remember him. This is like the lowest level attempt of concealing your identity ever. He's wearing the most identifiable shirt and then 3 fucking live birds on him while wearing, I don't even, what kind of hat is that? It's like some kind of old swashbuckler's hat.
Accused of robbing a McDonald's on Arlington Boulevard in the Seven Corners area Tuesday around 8 a.m. Police say he pulled a knife and demanded money at the counter. Police
Oh, he's even got a pair of sunglasses on. Never mind, he actually did try with the disguise. I've got to say, I'm a little disappointed in the pants. He's got a great shirt, but lame-ass pants and flip-flops. His stylist just gave up halfway through the fit.
With 2 live parrots. They appear to be macaws.
Wait, they said 3 though.
To his cowboy
Is this not
hat
one?
and a 3rd on his shoulder. Reaction from McDonald's customers who say they feel bad for the feathered participants.
Honestly, that's really crazy. Like, why would you bring a pet? Don't crime with the birds.
Police
True.
describe the suspect as
I agree with her.
20s or early 30s.
Well, let's not. Okay. Also, let's not get rid of the theory that the birds aren't the ones controlling him, pulling the strings. Like he could be a victim in this as well.
Something like that before.
They can talk.
God, it'd be so cool if the birds were threatening the cashier.
Any type of role in the solving
I wouldn't even be mad if I was the
Fairfax
cashier.
County, Jackie Benson, News 4.
Imagine the birds roll up and they just start like saying some vile shit. Did you hear about the guy that got arrested in Nebraska because he got with a bull in his car? Yeah, it's this video, right? He got arrested? Even my mom sent me this video. She thought it was the coolest thing ever. I didn't know he got arrested, though. I only saw like a little clip of it.
Around 10 a.m., the Norfolk Police Division responded to
What's he arrested for? Having a good time? Being a good Uber?
On 275 with a Watusi bowl in his passenger seat.
The officers received a call.
I think that's fine. Oh wow, the cow shit all over this.
They thought that it was going to be. They thought that it was going to be
wow.
a cow in.
I can't say I ever saw the back of the car. This thing's got a lot of features. The license plate is boy and dog, a custom license plate for that, and then a decal that says lice, and it's covered in bullshit. Wow. I mean, I have no doubt the bull was scared, but goodness. Huh. I really want to know what this says. Looks like it says concussion beef. What an interesting guy. Yeah, I only saw like a small clip of this. I thought it was just like a cool way of transporting this cow. I thought he was like a VIP or something.
They thought that it was going to be, you know, like a calf, something smaller, something that actually fit.
What is that it said on the side? Best car?
Calf, something smaller.
Best car citizen,
Or something that actually fit inside the vehicle.
And the vehicle was big enough. Well, technically.
As a result, the officer performed a traffic stop and addressed
It looks like a nice enough guy.
Violations that were occurring with that particular
best car entry
situation. Animal back home and to leave the city.
Meyer and Howdy Doody are on their
literally
way back
told him to
home,
get out of
no
town.
one was hurt. From Norfolk News Channel, Nebraska, Andrew Pfeiffer.
I mean, that seems like a cool battle vehicle as well. Like, should Mad Max ever happen, I think training this bull to get ready to impale other riders and shit is probably a good call. He seems like a cool guy. What was his name? Lee Meyer. Watch the video about how Kim Jong-un used YouTube prank videos as a way to kill his brother. Kill him with what? Cringe? What? There's no way that's real. I knew his brother died. I didn't know it was a fucking YouTube prank. The prank show that led to an assassination. How North Korea assassinated Kim Jong-un's brother. Let me see. There's no way this was from a prank. In 2017, 2 unsuspecting women carried out a political assassination of Kim Jong-nam, the elder half-brother of North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un, thinking they were participating in a prank TV show. Holy shit, wait, what? In 2016-2017, 2 young women were separately approached by men to perform a series of prank videos for YouTube. One was from Indonesia, the other Vietnam. They were paid a small amount of money to run up to strangers and smear lotion on their faces, then apologize and run away. Wait, where's the assassination? Kim Jong-nam was in Kuala Lumpur airport when 2 women smeared his face with a powerful VX nerve agent. The CCTV footage of the incident shows him at the airport's information desk seeking medical help. He claims he felt dizzy after 2 women grabbed his face. He died within 20 minutes of the incident. She revealed she was recruited by a man named James, claiming to be a TV producer. For months, the 2 women were groomed to smear random people with lotion and creams. All this while they thought they were participating in a prank show with hidden cameras. Whoa! Wow. I had no idea. I thought this was just like a straight up assassination. I didn't know there was a deeper layer where the people that killed him didn't know they killed him. Hundreds of goats roam Bay Area neighborhood after escaping enclosed. Oh my god. These hooligans. We've got security camera footage. The squad's rolling deep. Lock your doors. Don't come out. Oh man, they just robbed this place. This is what I must imagine. This is what I imagine it must have looked like when Noah was trying to get like animals onto the ark. Man, that just doesn't stop. Who had all of these goats? Where are they escaping from? Pepperidge Farms? God damn. They're still going. Holy shit. Hey, welcome to freedom. Enjoy the American dream, my friends. Godspeed. Damn, still going, huh? A herder and their dog came to the rescue and corralled the animals back into their pen. No shot. There's like 1,000 goats here. How the fuck would he have gathered all of them? There's no way he got all of the goats back. They follow each other? Yeah, but even still, there's no way he'd get all of the goats back. Like, some of these goats came from, like, all over the place. Like, in driveways and probably going into backyards. No way. There's definitely still some rogue goats on the loose out there. A very good herder dog, that's how. I mean, fucking Airbud couldn't get all of these goats back. There's too many. I mean, I've never herded goats, but I mean, I've done the next best thing. I've done the tedious side quests, or the tedious quests in RuneScape where you have to herd some shit. It's a pain in the ass. There's a lot you can say about Florida, but one criticism you'll never hear about the state is that the people are boring. Florida men never disappoint. Period. I don't care who you are or where you are in the world, you know about the beautiful creatures known as Florida men. And today I want to talk to you about a brave explorer. His name is Reza Bellucci. Now, you might know of him more recently because 2 days ago he was arrested after trying to cross the Atlantic Ocean in a hamster wheel floating ball, basically. But what you may not know is that he has attempted very similar feats numerous times in the past. In fact, he even has an entire Vice documentary made about him and his ideas. Rather, idea is the wrong word. It's a passion, a calling, nay, his destiny, to, for some reason, walk across water a long distance in a bubble. In the Vice documentary, they cover one of his attempts to go 1,000 miles from Miami to Bermuda in basically the Bubble Boy thing from the old Jake Gyllenhaal movie. There's even this really cool shot here where it looks like an AC-130 mission from Modern Warfare. This shit looks like some aerial phenomenon, like a UFO that would have just been declassified by the government. He always gets stopped by authorities trying to save his life from just ending up lost adrift at sea endlessly and dying of starvation and dehydration. But he just keeps coming back. In one of the attempts here, one of the people interviewed mentions that Mr. Bellucci stopped to ask another boat for directions on how to get to Bermuda. So he's not exactly a sailor or anything. He doesn't know where he's going when he gets out on the water. He just knows he needs to get out on the water, and from there, Jesus will take the hamster wheel and guide him where he needs to go, I suppose. Because he doesn't have any way of navigating it, I guess. So there's no doubt if he wasn't stopped by authorities every single time, he probably would have ended up dead by now. In fact, I would say that with 100% confidence, he would have not survived this. Because he just gets into a fucking inflatable hamster wheel and starts running, hoping that he gets to the destination he has in mind. Now, what's really interesting is he actually seems like a really wholesome, nice guy. He is a very talented runner, actually. He is very good at, like, running marathons. He does a lot and has done a lot for a long time in that scene. And he always runs with a purpose. Usually it's charitable. He likes to run to raise money to help the community around him and help others. And even when doing these missions, the goal is raising money for charitable causes. I still am a little unsure exactly how, considering he just starts running out into the open sea, and there's really no way of knowing exactly what's going on. And his wife in the documentary even says how scared she always is anytime he starts doing this, because she doesn't know if she's ever going to see him again, because he just gets pushed out there and she just has to throw her hands up and say, all right, I hope I see you again. And in the documentary, they even say, you know, like how dangerous it is, like what about a hurricane? And Mr. Bellucci's response was, if there's a hurricane, I'll just go wherever it takes me. So it's just, like, he seems like a really good guy who's become obsessed with the most dangerous idea ever. Just running in open water forever, basically. It's important to mention he does have GPS with him. He doesn't just go out there raw. Like, he has supplies, he has a lot of equipment that he goes out with, but it's not exactly the most effective means of navigating the sea. There are a ton of other factors at play, and having GPS is helpful, of course, but it's not going to solve every problem. Far from it, actually. And it's really sad watching the documentary because in one of his more recent trips, the Bermuda one, the authorities after 5 days did come into the equation and they ended up sinking his bubble with all of his material in it, I believe. So he had like a laptop to watch movies apparently and just a ton of stuff and a ton of money he put into the bubble. They said it was like $120,000 of his own money. But they really didn't do it out of like being evil assholes or malicious or anything. It did save his life, and it's something he himself recognized. He said, I don't need you to save my life. He doesn't want that. He wants to do this mission, no matter the cost, I guess. I don't know, the whole thing is just really kind of sad, and he keeps doing it. So I don't want to get like too focused on like his previous missions. The reason we're talking about him today is because he just went on another mission that, once again, ended with an arrest. You see about the Florida man who got arrested for trying to run from Florida to London in a giant hamster wheel today? Yeah, and that's what it just goes to show you what's wrong with this country. You can't even just go on your own little adventures anymore without Big Brother stepping in and telling you no. Like, whatever happened to freedom? Can't take my giant inflatable hamster wheel and cross the Atlantic? Freedom ain't free anymore. These poor patriots. These Florida intellectuals. They couldn't complete their task. Literally 1984. Yeah. Ridiculous. They saved his ass from a burial at sea. They saved him from a grand adventure, is what they did. Florida man was arrested after trying to run to London across the Atlantic Ocean in a homemade vessel resembling a hamster wheel. Officials said the 44-year-old marathon runner refused to leave the vessel for 3 days. Whoa, wait, what? How much food did he pack? 3 days he spent in there? That's like Jack Sparrow on the island in the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Mr. Bellucci has tried 3 similar voyages before, all of which ended in Coast Guard intervention. This man is determined. Just let him go! He's got it figured out. He'll be fine. Plus, let's think about it this way. Let's say he does go out there and, you know, maybe things get a little hectic. Maybe a hurricane starts to form. Luckily, he's got the hamster wheel and all the fins on it. He can start running in the opposite direction of the hurricane and dissipate it. He could do us a huge favor. This guy could be a legitimate hero to us. We got hurricanes forming every goddamn day now. Born in the wrong time. True. The makeshift contraption he was using is shaped like a wheel with paddles. They're designed to propel it forward. Based on the condition of the vessel, which was afloat as a result of wiring and buoys, officers determined Bellucci was conducting a manifestly unsafe voyage. Officials said he refused to step off the vessel and threatened to kill himself. Jesus Christ. He also claimed that he had a bomb on board. What the fuck? Was he going to London to blow it up? Like, why would he have a bomb on board? Jesus Christ. On September 1st, he eventually surrendered and abandoned his vessel after being brought to the Coast Guard base in Miami. He is now facing federal charges of obstruction of a boarding and violation of a captain of the port order. That is a very cool sounding charge. It is unclear whether he obtained a lawyer to represent him in this criminal case. This was not Mr. Bellucci's first arrest for taking to the ocean in his vessel, which he calls the Bubble. In 2021, he was arrested after being rescued while trying to ride from Florida to New York after drifting 30 miles south of his departure point. In 2014, he had to be rescued from a similar contraption near St. Augustine. And then 2 years later, he again had to be rescued off the coast of Jupiter near Palm Beach. He's just a fan of the sea. He's no different than Luffy, but instead of a pirate ship, he's got a giant fucking hamster ball. The sea calls to him. It beckons. According to previous interviews, Mr. Bellucci said he was attempting voyages to raise money for a variety of causes, including for the homeless and the Coast Guard. How? Where's the money? Where's the money coming from? Does he have like a tip jar on board? I don't know how he'd be raising money. He's raising money for his previous rescue bills. The Atlanteans speak through this man. He's compelled to wheel across the 7 seas. That's what I'm thinking. You can't stop him. He'll do it again. This is his 3rd time. He'll be back next year. You see that Florida man that got arrested for telling a playground of kids where babies come from? Oh, that's like that is a classic. Yeah, this was a great one. This is classic Florida man shit. Florida man arrested after telling kids where babies come from. And the mugshot here looks so good. So basically what happened is he climbed on top of some playground shit and he just started shouting. And eventually said where babies come from. Not all heroes wear capes. Yeah, I mean, he's educating, honestly. And to be honest, this is better than some Florida schools when it comes to education. He probably could have done it in some more scientific terms instead of yelling about pussy and all that, but whatever. How far would you go for TikTok views? Would you sell your soul? Slap your mother? Slap my mother? You better not. I'd come over there and bite your dick off. But what about going to jail for 3 years? Does that sound reasonable for TikTok views in exchange for that prison sentence? How bad do you want it? What's your limit? Would you throw away 3 years of your life just for a few TikTok likes? If your answer to that question is no, you're a pussy, you're a coward, and you will never make it as a viral TikTok superstar sensation like this guy and his friends. I'm kind of underselling the story. Not only did the main guy in this video get 3 years, but his 2 friends that helped him make it got 2 years in prison. So check this out. What an epic prank, am I right? That shit was too lit. I almost spit out my apple juice. They got him good. Those fucking idiots never even saw it coming. The stupid conductor of this train, multi-track drifting around, thinking he's gonna get his passengers to their destination on time. Nuh-uh. Not on this cool guy's watch. He busts out the desk, he pops in a cigarette to smoke. I mean, he's probably the coolest fucking guy I've ever seen in my life. He's got the desk out so that way he can have optimal angles to look at the Tinder profile pics of girls that don't meet his standards. He's definitely a kissless virgin by choice because no girl is worthy of his perfect lips because he's just the ultimate Adonis. So he's decided, let's smoke it up a little bit. The train, it doesn't matter. So he stops it, he says, hey, public transportation can suck on my fucking asshole. And that's exactly what they do. And now he'll be sucking on some buttholes in prison. This happened in Morocco. He was originally facing 5 to 10 years in jail, but that sentence was lightened to 3 years, and his 2 friends that helped him film this have 2 years in jail now. And I gotta say, it was worth it. This is the coolest video I've ever seen in my life. I'm sure that all the other inmates are going to be blown away by this dude's TikTok clout. They won't be able to get enough of his stories about this video going viral. Oh man, they're going to love that. Now obviously the main douchebag here is extremely pathetic, but I think the saddest people in this video are the one filming and the one that give him the coffee cup. These 2 goofy goobers got 2 years in jail and got none of the internet points for it. They didn't even have their names associated with this. They were faceless nobodies who got roped into this guy's awful, dumb fucking TikTok video and are now going to jail for 2 years for it, with none of the minor celebrity status attached to it. They got nothing. They're going to jail because they couldn't tell their friend that the idea was fucking stupid. These 2 guys are absolutely your classic yes men, too afraid to say no to anything and then let you make the worst fucking decisions. You don't want friends like this that always say yes. But these guys go the extra mile and not only say yes, but encourage the awful decision and actively participate in it. Just out of pure desperation for just the tiniest bit of internet clout. They just want to latch on to the nipples of the pseudo-internet celebrity and get breastfed a little bit. Just suckle on the titties and just a little bit of internet clout, which they didn't get. But they did get a nice prison sentence for it. Now, not to sound like your grandpa complaining about loud music, but TikTok is truly poisoning the minds of some young people. Like, this shit is crazy. Everyone thinks they're the protagonist of their own anime. Everyone has this main character energy about them where they are the center of the universe. And this is just a perfect example of it. I couldn't be happier that this douchebag and his friends are actually going to prison for this. They're just attention-seeking public nuisances, an actual hemorrhoid to society. Not to go full Joker on you, but yeah, TikTok is absolutely poisoning some people on there. It's taking us backwards down the evolutionary ladder. 100 years from now, I probably have to rediscover fire and relearn basic language, because all humans will know is stupid fucking TikTok dances and shit like that. But maybe it's bigger than that. Maybe TikTok is like this intergalactic plague. It's the reason we haven't been visited by aliens. It truly is like the great filter. So when a civilization becomes technologically advanced enough to reach like tier 1 or tier 2, all roads lead to TikTok, so then they create TikTok, which bumps their civilization back down to the fucking Stone Ages, so they can never visit us or expand past their planet, you know what I mean? It's like the Flood from Halo, this parasite that feeds off us and keeps us stupid. To be honest, this just kind of looks like an elaborate suicide attempt that didn't work. Like the thought process here, I'm gonna sit in front of a train and hope that it stops in time. Like the amount of faith you have to have in a complete stranger there is mind-boggling, hoping that the conductor's paying enough attention to stop in time before he just fucking flattens you and sends you to the afterlife, fucking banishing you to the shadow realm. Like it's crazy. And since everything becomes a trend on TikTok, and this was a very popular video, I'm shocked it didn't become a trend. I thought for sure this would be like the hashtag stop a train trend, where you like go on the tracks and you throw your ass in a circle, clapping your cheeks to some pop song and hope that the train stops, and then people just getting blasted by trains going all over the news. I'm actually surprised that didn't happen. Now, granted, this train isn't exactly like Thomas the Tank Engine gone wild. It seems to be moving at a slower pace than most trains I see, but it is still an extremely dangerous stunt and an extremely annoying one. Everyone on that train is now late to their shit just so you could have your 10-second TikTok video. So yeah, I definitely think the punishment fits the crime here. 3 years sounds reasonable. 2 years for his friends. I'm glad all the douchebags got thrown into the slammer. Huge round of applause to that decision made over there. And yeah, that's about it. So yeah. I don't know if it's movies or Grand Theft Auto 5 that's rotted my brain, but when I think of bank robberies, I always picture some absolutely massive event that's thoroughly planned and it's a huge deal. Like when I hear, oh, a bank got robbed, I'm expecting the follow-up sentence to be, and then Spider-Man stopped the robbers. I've just always imagined bank robberies like it's straight out of a cartoon, you know, high-tech security, damn near impossible to pull off successfully. You know, you see like an Ocean's 11 movie, you're like, wow, no one's ever gonna be able to actually rob a bank like this, huh? They've just always made it sound so fucking wild, saying things like, alright, we're gonna need a 20-person team in order to pull this one off successfully, boys. The target is a 15-inch thick steel titanium concrete vault door that's protected by a retina scanner and biological deposit box for fingernail clippings, and it'll only accept it from the head honcho of the bank. You also have to sing the fast part to Eminem's Rap God, and if you fuck up a single lyric, the alarm sounds and the FBI's swarming within 30 seconds. It's also protected by a moat with 45 crocodiles inside and 24/7 security, and they're all ex-Navy SEALs. We're gonna have to be in and out within 5 seconds. The job is simple. You know, like, and my tiny reptile brain hears all this and I'm like, wow. Well, no one's ever gonna be able to actually rob a bank, huh? For some reason, I've just been under the assumption that banks in the real world have similar security protocol. Obviously, not with like all the sci-fi security protocols like infrared laser beams everywhere that you have to dodge. I've just been under the assumption that they're highly protected and robbing them is still extremely difficult. But in reality, that's just not the case. Bank robberies happen all the time, and they are nothing like they are in the movies. I want to show you a recent bank robbery that happened in Orlando. This is about a week old. You have to see this to believe it. Yeah, that's right. Your eyes aren't playing tricks on you. The alleged bank robber is Mr. Incredible himself. This dude threw on the Incredibles t-shirt, popped on the shades, and said, "It's showtime." And this was a successful robbery, by the way. I'll explain his method in just a moment, but here's the security camera footage showcasing the culprit. And he got away with it for now. He wasn't caught. He's still at large. So if you do recognize that man, make sure to call that Crime Stoppers hotline. Now you're probably scratching your head wondering to yourself, where was the robbery? Charles, you forgot to show the climax. You didn't show where he actually robbed them. But you're wrong. You just witnessed the robbery. That was the entire operation. The extent of his plan was to go into the bank and ask for the money. So he demanded money from the teller and they gave it to him and he walked out. That's how that bank robbery went. He didn't flash any weapons. I haven't read any reports about him making threatening remarks or anything like that. They just explained that he demanded money from the teller, which he received, and then fled the scene. Now, the use of the word demanding in the reports leaves a lot of wiggle room for what could have been said or done from the guy to get the money. You know, maybe he went in there and was threatening the employees or seemed to just be like this menace. Maybe he treated it like a Call of Duty Xbox Live lobby and got real loud, vocal, screaming, this and that. And I have always said it's never worth risking your life for the business you work at, you know? If someone comes in there and they're saying, you know, empty the register, you're gonna get it, bub, it's best just to comply. What's the point in risking life and limb for the business you work at? It's simply not worth it. Plus, insurance covers all of it for the business anyway. So it's just, you really shouldn't be, like, willing to die for your job, I would say. So I have no ill will towards the teller here who did give this guy the money. I just find it super interesting that this is the technique that was used for a successful bank robbery. Just going up and asking for the money. It doesn't seem like he did anything beyond that. His plan was as simple as it gets. Can I have some more of that cash? In fact, I'm not asking. Give me more of that cash. And they did. So I decided to look into it a bit. And it turns out all bank tellers are instructed to always follow the thief's instructions no matter the case, whether a weapon is produced or not. If there is a thief there demanding money, it is the bank teller's responsibility to follow it. They're instructed to follow along no matter what because their safety is of paramount importance. So that caught me by surprise because I wasn't sure. I knew bank tellers always had to go along with like someone who shows a weapon or something. Like they're not going to try and, you know, make a holdout and challenge them to a fist fight in order to disarm them or anything. I just thought like they had to produce like a weapon or some kind of threat or like reasonable showcase that they're going to cause a problem. I didn't realize that if they even just hinted at wanting to rob them, that they had to follow along. So that was a little surprising to me, but it makes complete sense, and I completely agree with that ruling as well. However, I still think this guy's planning is lackluster, to say the least. He didn't even make an attempt to conceal his face. The closest thing he has to a disguise is just some sunglasses he picked up at the gas station, probably on the way to the bank. Now, I don't want to undersell the importance of his wardrobe pick for the day. I think the Incredibles shirt really sealed the deal. There's a good chance this crashes and burns if he's wearing just like a normal Abercrombie & Fitch shirt or something, but he threw on the Incredibles shirt. That right there adds like a +10 to intimidation. They didn't know who they were fucking with, and they weren't taking any chances. So he got away with it for now. He's managed to elude authorities, as I understand it. So overall, just like a really goofy, wild story that I happened to stumble across today and just wanted to share with all of you. This is not at all how I imagined bank robberies going in the real world. I very rarely have ever read about any in the real world, aside from like the big ones where there's getaway cars, like massive police chases, shootouts. You know, I haven't heard of any like this, so I just found it to be pretty interesting. That's about it. So yeah. For almost a decade now, I've said multiple times how the worst content on YouTube comes from YouTube pranksters. There is nothing more deplorable, heinous, or dog shit than a YouTuber doing pranks. Watching a prank video is more painful than walking in on your significant other cheating on you. There's only two unforgivable sins in the Lord's eyes, and one of them is watching pranksters, and the second one is not liking anime. It's just so fucking gross. This shit is so bad. It like really fucking terrible, and the douchebags behind the prank channels are some of the most insufferable assholes the internet has to offer. The man who goatseed himself is probably a more likable content creator than the entirety of the YouTube pranksters combined. His asshole has more personality than all of the androids behind these garbage prank videos. It's truly abhorrent stuff. And you know what I'm talking about, the walking around in public and pissing on people's shoes and then saying it's just a prank, bro, so they can't get mad at me, and if they get mad, they're the bad guy. I'm the victim here. I told him it was a prank. I don't know why he's upset. I just spit in his face. that kind of douchebag. Or swapping grandma's medicine out with ketamine, gone sexual. The worst people on the internet are the ones that are pulling pranks. Now, of course, they're all fake, but not every child knows that. And today, I'm going to tell you the story about a kid named Timothy Welks. Timothy Welks was a 20-year-old kid in Tennessee who grew up watching YouTube pranksters and aspired to be one himself. But he was never in on the joke. He never believed Santa Claus was fake. He thought the pranks he was seeing was real. And he had a plan to become a YouTube sensation prankster. His plan was to charge a family with butcher knives wearing a mask, and when he pulled this prank off 2 days ago, he was fatally shot and killed. What's especially wild about this story is this kind of prank, the robbery prank, isn't some unknown, taboo, uncharted territory kind of thing. He wasn't like Christopher Columbus discovering a new type of prank. This man was doing a very common prank. The robbery prank is one of the most common ones these insufferable assholes on YouTube will do, where they stage a robbery as a prank. They'll charge people with weapons like a fucking chainsaw, or sometimes unloaded weapons or blades and shit, while they're dressed as like Scary Steve from Minecraft, and be like, give me your wallet and all your condoms, shit like this, and like shake them down for it. And then they'll be like, oh, it's just a prank, bro, you're not actually getting robbed. And like, oh, you jokesters, oh, you rapscallions. And that's the whole video. It's absolutely fucking terrible. But the people they prank are obviously in on it. It's all staged. Timothy Wilkes and other people like him don't know that. So Timothy chose someone that wasn't in on it, and he charged them with butcher knives as he was dressed up like he was from fucking Comic-Con, and he was shot and killed. And I don't know if this is real, but there is a source that was released by one of the publications that said it was the audio from the incident, and since this was filmed for a prank, there is clearly film of it that exists, but that hasn't been released. But I did hear audio, and his last words after the gunshots were, "It's just a prank, bro," as he was dying and crying. I don't know if that's real, but there is no doubt in my mind when this did happen, he absolutely shouted, "It's just a prank, bro." And those were most likely some of his last words. That is some of the saddest shit. You couldn't write a more poetically pitiful conclusion. To have been misled by these awful people on the internet to such a degree that you end up giving your life for the sake of a fucking prank. What an awful, awful, awful way to go out. The person I feel the most bad for is, of course, the man that shot him. He was a guy that was just acting in self-defense. He saw two people, Timothy Wilkes and his friend, both dressed up in masks, charging him with butcher knives, and he armed himself and shot. The dude's not like James Bond or Rambo. He wasn't going around hunting bad guys. He was getting charged by two people he didn't know with knives, so he armed himself and defended himself. And luckily he hasn't been charged with anything because he shouldn't be. It was clearly self-defense. Timothy Wilkes and his group were 100% in the wrong here, and it takes a real fucking psychopath to pull a prank like this. It takes someone extremely delusional to think that this is somehow an okay prank or anything like that. These fucking pranks are so stupid. The punchline is literally, ha ha ha, you thought you were about to die. Now, of course, in all the other ones, it's all fake and the people are clearly in on it, but in a case like this, Timothy Wilkes literally thought this was going to be a good prank. Like, he'd go up to these people, make them fear for their lives, and then at the end they'd all be laughing, slapping ass, and then grabbing themselves a little beer or something. I just don't understand how someone could be so incredibly delusional. It's baffling. It's absolutely shocking and disturbing that someone could actually think that charging strangers with a butcher knife and then saying it's just a prank would make everything okay. It's fucking wild. But yeah, I wanted to just talk about this story a little bit because for years now I've mentioned how these insufferable asshole YouTubers that command their audience of 11-year-olds literally brainwash them into thinking horrible things are okay or normal, and that a lot of these kids don't recognize that the shit they do is fake, and that's bad and dangerous. And this is exactly what I was talking about. Timothy Wilkes isn't the only kid that believes the pranks he sees on YouTube are real. I'm sure there's others, but none of the other ones are crazy enough to charge people with knives and wearing masks like it's the fucking purge. So it's just one of those freak things that was always going to happen when you have absolute fucking degenerates making dog shit pranks where they're like kidnapping their friends and putting them through Saw games and then saying it's just a prank at the end and then everyone's all smiles. Fucking ripping their dick off and then just saying it's a prank and they're like, oh shit, you got me, yeah, my penis is gone, should have seen it coming, that was a fucking epic prank, friend. It's crazy. Fucking crazy. Horrible situation here, and I feel horrible for the guy that ended up killing Timothy in self-defense. That's gotta be a traumatic experience for him, and, well, it's just a situation that should have never happened in the first place. Terrible. That's it. See ya. I recently watched a video from a channel called Crime0, which put together this beautiful piece on one of the most interesting criminals I've ever heard of. It just seems like something more out of a cartoon than reality, like the real-world Dirty Dan here. I'll quickly hit you with a 30-second Shark Tank pitch to get you interested and tell you why you should care. Basically, an army veteran uses his skills to target McDonald's locations for robbery, and his specialty was busting in through the rooftop. So he would bring tools, cut through the roof, and drop in like an angel on the employees. And he had the manners of an angel too. He'd let them get their coats, they all said that he was really nice, and asked them to just wait in like the ice locker, the freezer. And he'd rob them and leave. And he did this for quite some time before being apprehended. Spoilers, he gets caught. But he doesn't spend too long in jail because he hatched a galaxy brain scheme to break out, which he executed flawlessly, becoming the first prisoner at that facility to ever break out successfully. And he turns back to a life of crime, but no longer going to the Ronald McDonald Playhouse of Pain. Instead, he transitions to living in a Toys R Us and gradually stealing their toys. So what he does is he lives at a Toys R Us by living behind a bike rack. He carves out his own little like hidden man cave in the walls. I won't spoil how it all ends or anything like that, but I just wanted to get like the cliff notes out here because I just find it so wild. I'll put a link to the original video in the description, of course, so you can watch the entire thing, but I'll show you some clips from when we watched it. Alright, let's start with, let's see Roofman. This sounds kind of interesting. I do love criminals that hide in attics and shit.
Nigel and Luke here, and welcome to Crime0. Unbeknownst
Quick question, is there still a massive breakfast rush for McDonald's? I remember when I was a kid that was the shit, but I feel like McDonald's has just such steep competition these days for the breakfast slot. Do we have any other, do we have any like big McDonald's breakfast enthusiasts here? Because near me it's kind of just like, no one cares anymore. Overwhelmingly yes. Wow. I just think the McDonald's breakfast has really fallen off. It's like Netflix stock, but for food.
Once he had the cash, the masked robber walked all of the employees into the cooler where they were locked inside.
It seems kind of nice.
They were asked if they wanted to grab their coats to stay warm while they waited for help to arrive. After
they have a police sketch and it's just a Hamburglar.
Fled. While the employees didn't know it at the time,
I saw a video of 2 women stealing everyone's food inside a restaurant. Don't remember where, though. Probably McDonald's. Actually, I take that back. Probably Waffle House. Waffle House is a restaurant you go to and you're just looking for fights. And maybe, like, a waffle or two. I think it's a Prime Sun City. So this is basically the only fast food specialized robber is what I'm getting.
While little is known about why Jeffrey Allen Manchester chose to turn to a life of crime, what we do know
the better question is why turn to a life of crime for fast food?
Known as Roofman, he lived what appeared to be a normal life, to put his military training to a different kind of use. In November of 1998...
Do you really need military training to rob a McDonald's? I feel like you could just go in and be like, I just want the money in the register, and like, make like a finger gun in your jacket and be like, yeah, just take it. Like, I don't think you really needed all like the special ops training just to become like a fucking Filet-O-Fish fondler. Felon. Damn, that would have been better instead of fucking fondler. It doesn't even make sense. But man, this guy, those McDonald's employees, they didn't know who they were fucking with when he busted through their ceiling. One second they're just serving up a quarter pounder, next second they got goddamn Jason Bourne coming through the top turnbuckle. That's
While
cute.
The bulk of Manchester's robberies were committed in California, he would eventually hit McDonald's locations in Nevada, Oregon, Minnesota, Massachusetts, Maryland, Virginia, and both of the Carolinas, making off with an estimated $100,000. Manchester would use tools to cut a hole in the roof of the location, dropping down anywhere from 10 to 15 feet.
So what? I still am super confused on why the roof. What tactical advantage does he get from busting in right here behind the counter as opposed to just rushing through here and jumping over the counter? Just like the element of surprise? No alarm? I guess, but there's still employees there either way, right? Because like they said, he was always really nice to the employees and telling them to get to the back and shit, so there's still people there. So at that point, the alarm's kind of worthless, wouldn't you think?
When they caught up to him a short time later, he was still carrying his rifle, as well as a nylon bag containing drills, pry tools, hammers, and all of the cash he had stolen from the 2 McDonald's locations. True to his reputation, Manchester didn't put up a fight when cornered by officers, instead telling them, quote, "You guys did a really good job today." With Manchester's arrest came a flurry of news articles announcing he was ultimately sentenced to 45 years in prison on charges ranging from robbery with a dangerous weapon to kidnapping. Little did anyone know that his story was far from over.
Really? He busted a hole out of the prison cell?
Following his conviction at the end of 2000, Jeffrey Manchester was sent on the afternoon of June 15th, 2004.
Now the roof
Jeffrey
man can be
Manchester
anywhere.
put his plan into action and escaped from the Brown Creek Correctional Institution, making him the first person to do so in the facility's 11-year history.
Yeah, that's pretty
Once
good.
again,
Well, 11 years
the
isn't
roofman
super long.
was
That's still
free.
good.
It was here, at an unassuming retail plaza, that he would set up a living space that would baffle and amuse both the public and law enforcement
oh my god, he opened his own
for years to
McDonald's.
come.
A
For his
franchise
new
owner.
home, the roof man chose a Toys R Us store located in a complex called the Triangle Shopping Center, just off of Monroe Road. He raced remote control cars on the roof in the middle of the night, rode bikes around the store for exercise, and managed to get most of the nourishment that he needed by stealing and eating baby food.
Toys R Us had all kinds of snacks. He didn't need baby food. I remember back in the heyday at Toys R Us, you could get like fucking pounds of Doritos and shit. My man's over there just eating like meat sticks and apple mush when he could have been feasting on Doritos and Oreos. This man just said, fuck it, I want the Gerbers. Thanks for some Dreadnought in the prime elbow. This actually seems like something out of Codename Kids Next Door. Like one of the villains infiltrates a toy store that the kids are shopping at in order to torment them and scare them at night. Man's actually the boogeyman at the Jeffrey's Play Palace here. I have looked literally everywhere in the world for a single picture of this man's laboratory here. You know, Dexter's lab kind of shit. Because the way it's described in the video and the way it's described by the authorities, it sounds fucking incredible. He had baby monitor surveillance spy systems set up across the store to keep eyes on everyone, all the workers and all the customers and everything. He had so many toys and shit and a really elaborate setup with running water all in his like secret man cave in the Toys R Us walls. I want so badly to know what that actually looked like. I can't imagine a world where they didn't take pictures of it. They'd have to, right? Like, it's evidence. So surely those pictures exist somewhere, and I am begging any authorities that were involved in this case to just release the photo evidence. Let us see it. Let us just take a gander. I have to know what his little secret lair looked like here in this Toys R Us, because it must have been so fucking cool. Or maybe it's overhyped and it was actually just like a really small like coffin of a couple of toys that he'd stay at. Who knows? But it just sounds so impressive and I would love to know what it looks like, but unfortunately I can't find a single picture of it anywhere. I can't even find like a single like artistic interpretation of it from anyone from the scene. Nothing. But I know those pictures have to have existed. So I hope someday they surface.
And when the holiday season rolled around, no one donated more to the congregation's toy drive than he did. Of course, these toys were actually all stolen from the store where the roof man was hiding
who's
out.
gonna miss the toys though, huh?
It was during this time that he realized he could tunnel directly through the store's wall into the adjacent unit, which just so happened to be an abandoned Circuit City. This time,
maybe this guy is responsible for Toys R Us and Circuit City going under. After they found out that this man was living in their walls for, it's been almost a year, I think now. They just got so fucking paranoid that the business started sinking. God damn. What a cool setup, though. That is like the most early 2000s shit imaginable. Like, that is your early 2000s shopping starting kit. Toys R Us, Circuit City, and Radio Shack. The only thing he's missing is a Blockbuster. Then he tunnels underground and goes right to Blockbuster or some shit.
He also added more baby monitors to add to his makeshift surveillance system,
Holy
and even
shit.
installed a smoke detector and piped in water from the Toys R Us next door.
Wait,
Many
how would nobody ever hear that? He piped in his own water line? How would he be able to successfully do that? It's not like, it's not the hardest thing in the world to do that, I guess, if you tee off of an already existing line, but still, I feel like you'd absolutely hear that, because you have to like drill into the walls and shit, and you have to tee off that pipe. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, I mean, I guess just doing it like in the dead of night without anyone being around, you'd probably never notice.
In order to continue to travel between the Toys R Us and the Circuit City as he pleased, Manchester left the tunnel between the two units intact.
I bet so many kids saw him behind the bike
trapdoors
rack
he
and
had
just got
created
scared and
in
didn't
with
say
the
anything.
walls on both sides. On December 26th, he decided it was time to pull off the big robbery that he had been planning. Unfortunately for the roof man, when he tried to pull off the crime, things did not go according to plan. Similar to the
Slipped on a
2000
banana
robbery
peel.
in Belmont, when he held up the Toys R Us, employees were able to contact police sooner than he anticipated. Manchester responded by punching her, stealing her gun, and running away.
That's aggressive.
Amazingly,
he used to be
though
so
the
nice.
roof man seemed cornered,
Circuit
he
City
managed to
changed
escape
him.
through his trapdoors undetected. It's unclear whether or not he returned to the hideout within the Circuit City, identified him as the man who had been going by the name John Zorin, and were shocked to discover who he really was. In a bid to cover his tracks, Manchester burned down a dentist office where he had gotten his teeth fixed while on the run.
How does that...
Presumably worried that police would be able to find his dental records there.
Okay.
This had the opposite effect of what he
Man,
intended,
prison really
and
changed
only
him.
made investigators more suspicious. Manchester showed up, believing he would be able to see his girlfriend one last time before continuing his life on the run. He arrived with flowers, but was arrested by waiting officers before he could make it inside the apartment. Manchester is currently incarcerated
escape
at
again.
the Central Prison
The
in
roof
Raleigh,
man's not done.
where his projected release date is December 4th, 2036. Do you know of any other cases like this that you think we should check out?
What a cool story.
Tell us about them in the comments section below. Thank you for watching.
That prison is 5 minutes from my house. Bro, you might want to move just in case the roof man gets out. He'll start living in your walls. Sleep in fear, man. Sleep in fear. This is another one of those sad situations where I have to admit Twitch chat was right and I look like a bumbling imbecile now. About a month ago, chat was trying to convince me that there was a viral TikTok challenge that was getting people to steal cars and sometimes crash them for views, and I wrote that off as a bunch of baloney. I said, I doubt that's an actual trend. Probably just one stupid asshole did it, called it a challenge, and no one ever followed. But it turns out I was wrong. Not only is this boogeyman real, but it actually has led to the death of 4 teenagers this week. Somehow, the challenges continue to get more and more brain dead and dangerous. This generation of Tide Pod eating and hurting yourself for views on TikTok is reaching an absolutely absurd level of wildness. So, it's called the Kia Challenge. It's also not really a challenge, it's more of just a ruin your life speedrun tutorial. Basically, the only goal to be completed with the Kia Challenge is to steal a car and post yourself stealing the car on TikTok. It honestly sounds like it's something made by the CIA to catch potential car thieves. You're fucking instructing them to post evidence of their crime online, making it the easiest slam dunk arrest ever. But anyway, the Kia Challenge was videos that were teaching others how to steal Kias and Hyundais specifically because of a massive vulnerability in many models from Kia and Hyundai. For Kia vehicles, many of them built from 2011 to 2021 have this problem, and for Hyundais, those built from 2015 to 2021 also have this problem. I'm not here to teach you how to do it. I'm not your Thieves Guild sensei, but I will tell you it is shockingly fucking easy. It's mind-blowing how stupid and simple it is. These cars are more insecure than me going through puberty. They basically steal themselves, honestly. It takes seconds, like actual seconds. Not even like mini seconds, like maybe 2 or 3 tops. It's fucking baffling, honestly. So, since this challenge went viral, there's been this massive increase in thefts with Kia and Hyundais, and this week it led to 4 teenagers dying. In a few of the Kia Challenge videos that are still available online, the people in them are driving recklessly, and in a couple of them even crash. However, this one happened to be a fatal single-car accident, killing 4 of the passengers here, and now the driver's facing a felony charge. Pretty sad story all around, and it all stems from a little TikTok trend. Just when you thought we'd seen the dumbest trends from that platform with like devious licks and shit like that, they've gone even harder now. But I think it's very important we discuss what a massive fuck up this is from Kia and Hyundai. How in the world, 2,000 years after the death of Jesus, with all of the technology we have now, how can you have this massive vulnerability? It's obviously a massive problem here, so much so that they have now been served a class action lawsuit as of late September, because these vehicles that they manufactured during the time periods I listed don't have immobilizers on them, which as I understand is standard among pretty much all the other automobiles out there. I'm not much of a car guy. I don't know too much about that shit. I know more about the anatomy of a fucking alien than I would a car's engine and what goes into vehicles. But according to the lawsuit, the engine immobilizers are crucial, and they've come at Kia and Hyundai for not having them, stating that they valued profits over safety and security of their customers. And it also outlines just how big of a problem it's become. It is just an absolute epidemic with all of these car thefts with the Kia and Hyundai models here, and it all ties back to the lack of engine immobilizer, as I understand it. And it seems like this was a massive blunder here, because all the extra doubloons they were able to squeeze out of their profit margins is all about to whittle away here and probably end in some net loss with this class action lawsuit. It's a huge deal, obviously. And just a really sad trend all around, since it ended in the death of 4 teenagers who probably wouldn't have stolen this car if they weren't fed the information on how to do it, as well as also fed the idea that by doing it they'd gain TikTok clout. I believe at the time, and according to this article, the Kia Challenge category on TikTok, like the trend where all of these things lived, had 5.9 billion views across all of the videos there. Now, of course, not all of them were views on videos of people actually stealing the cars. A lot of them were people talking about how dangerous the challenge is. But there was, of course, quite a few videos actually showcasing just the blatant theft of Kias and Hyundais in there, in the Kia Boys area. And just fucking awful stuff. TikTok cracked down on it and banned those accounts and shut all of the Kia Boys, Kia Challenge stuff down, but even still, you can still find quite a few of them, and it clearly does still exist in some capacity because this only happened this week. So it's still a rather popular idea, even if not like a direct trend on TikTok anymore. So just wanted to talk about this a little bit, since this was just a situation where I was just absolutely wrong when Twitch chat was bringing me some new information here that I just refused to believe. It was so outlandish, I didn't believe it. I didn't think anyone would ever actually start a trend of just crime, and I was proven wrong. And it's very sad. Not sad about me being proven wrong, just the actual subject matter here being sad. That's about it. See ya.
Hello and welcome to our first episode of Kai and Charlie Watch Police Breaking into People's Homes.
Are you ready?
It's a tentative title, but might be a bit too long. Alright, yeah. Yeah, you can count it down. I'm not gonna edit this out either. Countdown. This is how we work, people. Unabridged.
3, 2. Oh fuck! I hit play. I got a little anxious.
Yeah, you did.
My police breaking in just had me on the edge of my seat. I needed action ASAP. All right, 3.
Yeah, Mario Kart, you would have burned out.
Okay, yeah, fuck yeah. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So what's this about? What is the backstory here?
Oh god, fucking annotations. As far as I know, the news team got a tip about SWAT breaking into some drug dealer's house, so they went here to film it, and it's very unsettling.
It's even funnier because that means they've been added until the news got here.
Yeah.
Jesus, that is a strong door. It's
I
hardly
think this is
budging.
I think this is probably just how they knock in Romania.
It's probably how they knock at Captain America's door. It's fucking Vibranium Door. Holy shit. If I had made that door, what, the other door, or... He didn't want any of it. He didn't want, he just looked out, he saw two fucking ninjas pounding a door. He wanted nothing.
Yeah, that's probably the homeowner too. He's like, oh, these fucking losers. Wrong door.
Man, I would use this as an ad if I had made that door.
Oh, fuck yeah. Door's so strong that even SWAT could break it.
I mean, the upper portion budges more than the middle portion, where they're actually hitting it. That's interesting too. The old lady's starting to complain already. Stop with the noise! Policia Cisper. Solid sex. Pussies in riot? I don't know.
I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they call their division. Oh boy, I really cranked up the volume.
Imagine being on the other side of that door.
Maybe the door was maybe the door was unlocked and the homeowner is so strong he's just pushing it back at them. They just can't budge him.
I think the homeowner got a fucking fake ID at this point and flew himself all the way to America.
Yeah, he could have ordered a pizza by now, flushed his drugs, flushed his cats, taken his kids to school and back.
He could have fucking watched his kids graduate. Did they just switch guys? I wasn't paying attention. I think they got tired.
Yeah, they're getting tired.
Holy shit. It's like a fucking safe door. Even their camera guy, the police camera guy, isn't even... Look at him, he's not even filming it anymore. He doesn't give a shit. Yeah, he doesn't even want to edit it.
His arms are tired.
Oh, yeah, never mind, actually. Now everyone's chiming in, like giving tips. Maybe you should use some elbow grease.
Hey, let me have a run at it. I got a baseball bat in my garage.
I like their masks too. They're not even cool masks, they're just like little skiing masks.
Yeah. It's very... It's lackluster to say the least.
Oh my. Wow, they gave it a good pounding, but that lock is holding. I'm confused. In these situations, doesn't the police shoot the lock? Like, don't they have like specialized little shotguns for that stuff?
I imagine the SSPIR doesn't use firearms. They only use battering rams and other types of medieval weaponry. They have a catapult in the backyard.
What nation is this? What country?
Romania.
Oh yeah, the crowbar is definitely gonna work.
Bring out the trebuchet.
Wow, that's a big fucking crowbar actually, but I don't think he's strong enough. They could at least help him. They were just watching. What a lazy bunch.
Yeah, it's definitely big enough for someone to be pushing on it while he's pulling.
They're trying to enter number 6. I just saw that.
I can only imagine the drug dealer inside. He's just like panicking. Oh fuck, I'm running out of time. But little does he know he has all the time in the world.
I mean, could they not have just simply asked the homeowner for a key?
I mean, or just go through a window, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Just ripple down and... Did he also give up now? Is he trying to do it from underneath now?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, we can do this, guys. We can just limbo beneath it.
Someone call the president. We need a railgun here ASAP. I really loved when it zoomed in on the fucking bludgeoned doorknob.
Yeah, and still nothing. Jeez.
Yeah.
Maybe they need a running start. I like how they're just taking turns now, like they're performing CPR on a fucking door. Also like that little guy that pushing the door a little bit. He wants to feel like he's helping. Now he's caressing the door. Telling it it'll be okay.
Yeah, he's just gotta make the door more comfortable to loosen it up.
But I already forgot what country you said this was, but they clearly have absolutely fucking nothing else to report on. Why would you film this?
I mean, this was probably like this is probably the biggest bust in Romanian history. They just can't get the door open. Fucking catching Cobra Commander in there.
Yeah, I mean those fucking initials probably stand such shitty police in Romania. Look at that door, Jesus. It looks like wood too, but it clearly isn't. Look at that, it looks like a fucking burnt demon skin. It's a fucking cursed door.
It's got like a titanium core in there or something.
The lock itself must just be made out of adamantium.
Jesus Christ, whoever they're trying to surprise in there has probably already built an underground tunnel and escaped.
Yeah,
or just gone out the back door.
Probably defected.
The dude they're trying to catch has probably already joined the police force and is trying to help break down his own door.
What? Oh, it's just still the same little wrench thing. God, this is so puny and pathetic.
I like the logo in the bottom left, Sterile Pro.
Oh, what the fuck? I bet it's some like oh, now they're trying to drive a stake through the door. It's a fucking vampire door now.
God, I've got the fucking hiccups like a motherfucker now.
Look at this!
I don't know what that technique is there.
This is just goofy now.
Yeah, they're so burnt out.
I guess if you have a fucking wrench and a ram, everything looks like a nail. They could have tunneled under that door by now.
Don't worry though, the element of surprise is still on their side.
Could they? Okay, why not just break it at the hinges? Why are they trying to break the lock still? Or why not just break through the door?
Yeah, at that point I'd be taking a hatchet to it.
Yeah, the lock is clearly the problem. Look at the upper side of the door. It's clearly flimsier. It's just so embarrassing. And the door has a little hole in it too. What are those called? Where you can look out?
People.
Yeah, people. I mean, the guy could be watching them. It's a giggle.
I would be.
What is he doing now?
I don't know.
He's jacking off his metal cock for some motivation.
He's probably just making noise for fun. Oh, you want us to keep it down, do you, old lady? How about this?
They're just gonna annoy the tenant until he surrenders himself. This is funny because at this point he couldn't even get out. They just mutilated the lock so much he couldn't surrender if he wanted to. They could just leave and he'd probably just die of starvation in there.
Yeah, apparently he exists. He apparently exists in the fucking Fort Knox of apartments here.
He apparently exists in the fucking Down Under, whatever the fuck it was called in Stranger Things.
Oh, upside down. Down Under, Australia.
Yeah. Oi, matey, open the door.
Oh, well, he's probably already flown himself to Australia by now.
That would be a cool Stranger Things spin-off if the monster turned out to be Steve Irwin. He just came back for revenge.
Yeah. Terrorizing this fucking small town.
For no reason. Fuck animals and fuck you. I really like Steve Irwin.
So did I. He was such a cool guy.
Yeah. God, it's still going on. I couldn't believe this would actually last this fucking long, but it does.
Yeah. When I skimmed through it, I couldn't believe, like, every time I skimmed, the door still looked in the exact same position.
It's so many of them, too. Like, they knew they would have to deal with a huge door. Wait a minute, how light is that RAM, anyway? Like, how is one guy handling it that comfortably? It cannot be that heavy.
Probably not.
Well, I'm sorry, he doesn't have the RAM. He's just holding the other thing.
I like how one of them's getting a phone call. Jesus, it's been 4 hours. Come back to the station. Just let him go. It was a fucking parking violation. Who cares?
Who cares if he had a party? Jesus. Whoever called the
So what
cops
if he
is
did-
probably sorry at this point.
Yep, for real. Fucking noise complaint. Yeah, they probably fucking phoned in a noise complaint on the neighbor. Now the cops are making 10 times as much noise. God damn it! I'll never get sleep now!
The drugs probably cleared out of the guy's system at this point. They couldn't even prove anything anymore.
Oh god, yeah. He has had enough time to flush the drugs, get more drugs, get high, and flush those in the amount of time they've been at this door.
I think that door frame has budged more than the actual door. I'd really advertise the shit out of this door. They'll have no choice but to break through your walls. I would build my house out of these walls. Out of these doors.
that'd be a really cool advertisement if we made this door. Door's so strong it'd be easier if they tried breaking in through the roof.
Yeah. Damn, I'd have like a little skit with a big bad wolf and 3 little pigs, but there's a 4th pig who just builds his house out of these doors.
Ooh, fuck
He's just
yeah.
invincible.
Looks like their wedge is bending. They're talking to the homeowner through the cracks.
Could you please open? This isn't fun anymore. My hands are numb.
He's probably just a pile of bones on the couch by this point.
Up again. God, imagine if that slipped. Man, that's just uncomfortable to even look at. It looks like he's just punching his dick.
Can we get a walkie-talkie in there and try and reason with him? Please let us in.
Man, I would be so pissed at this point. I'd just fucking leave a hand grenade and then leave, but it'd probably just bounce all the force in my face.
Yeah, the door wouldn't move an inch.
They should fucking convict them of sorcery. It's like a fucking force field.
This is a ridiculous... Like, look at that door. That's insane.
It's not even such a strong door. Like, look how he's giving it. Ooh. Well, time to break out the cake.
They finally did it. Except now it's probably not even the dude they were coming for anymore. It's his child.
He probably had enough time to erect a wall.
He set up another door behind this one.
Oh, that would be such a fucking... They would have to quit if it was, like, imagine a series of 4 doors. They're all numbered, so it's demotivating.
Door 5 of 7.
Damn.
Oh, that just ends abruptly. The fucking cameras probably ran out of battery.
Yeah, it ran out of film.
Wow.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was good. Thank you for tuning in to Kaya and Charlie Watch Please Breaking Down Doors videos.
There was the money shot.
Door never even opened.
Yeah, it kind of did. Technically.
A little bit.
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
You know that wild feeling where you take notice of something and then you start seeing it everywhere soon after? For example, you're driving around on the road and your little peepers catch a glimpse of a unique blue car and you're like, man, that's a really interesting color for a car. I don't see that very often anymore. And then you'll drive like a block up the road and then all of a sudden there's like 8 blue cars that come out of nowhere, it seems, and it's like, damn, now I'm trapped in an alternate dimension where there's only blue cars. How did this happen? I just saw one for the first time in a long time a block ago. There's actually a word for that. It's called the frequency illusion, or the Bader-Meinhof phenomenon. I think that's how you pronounce it. I may have absolutely butchered it. I couldn't tell you. But basically what it is a cognitive bias where when you notice something for the first time, you start to notice it a lot thereafter. It kind of just puts that in your noodle and you become more perceptive and aware of it. And it makes it seem like all of a sudden it's more common than it is. I can still remember the first time I remember this happening to me. I was playing Grand Theft Auto Vice City and I saw a really rare vehicle that I don't think I'd ever seen before. So I did everything in my power to acquire it, and I finally do through blood, sweat, tears, elbow grease, and my little child brain was blown by how cool I felt with this new vehicle. And then as I'm driving away, there's like 8 more of those bitches driving in the opposite direction, and I was stunned. Now, maybe it was a game mechanic, I never even bothered to check, but I think more likely than not, it was just an example of this frequency illusion. Point is, the reason I'm mentioning this, I just made a video covering that forklift ATM heist from like 2 days ago, and now, all of a sudden, I've been inundated with stories that are popping up about, like, heavy machinery robberies, and I feel like this just has to be another example of the frequency illusion, because there's no way that this is a very common crime. There is no way that there's some kind of mind plague that's infecting people's brains, making them believe that stealing excavators, forklifts, front-end loaders, garbage trucks, in order to commit crimes with them is a good idea that will somehow work. Like, there's just no way that it's that common. It has to be, I'm more perceptive of it now. But to argue against myself, I don't think there ever would have been a time where my eyes would just glaze past a headline that talks about a guy stealing a front-end loader and stealing motorcycles with a fucking front-end loader. Like, I feel like I would have always been aware of that. So maybe this is just becoming like the new crime meta. Just stealing, like, machinery you'd find at some kind of mining operation and using that to commit crime across the city with? I don't know. But this shit is wacky. Let me go ahead and show you this front-end loader robbery and subsequent low-speed pursuit. This is actually some wild work out of GTA right now. I feel like you could have accomplished the same thing with just a brick. Like, I don't even think you needed to steal the front-end loader, to be honest. Like, it was probably a lot more difficult to find this vehicle than it would be to just find, like, a big rock. Oh, wait. I see. Now I see what the plan was. Wait, this guy's galaxy brain. This is an incredible scheme. He got the Christmas presents. I mean, he's kind of busting up the bikes on the way home here. He's not doing a great job of securing the package.
Put it down, mate. He is not stopping. He is not stopping.
I was legitimately stunned by the depth of this plan having more layers to it than just take big vehicle, crash into building, and then go in and take the goodies and call it a night. This guy pre-planned this for what I imagine must have been months. He not only found a front-end loader that was prime for the pickin', but then he also went into the building with ratchet straps, I guess, and put them together as if it was like fucking grapes on a vine, and then had the perfect attachment for the front-end loader, the hook, in order to actually carry away the bikes on it. Like, there was a lot more than I would have expected here. Like, Jesus Christ, I was half expecting the front-end loader to turn into a goddamn Decepticon committing the crime. This was a shocking revelation. And, of course, the subsequent chase afterwards is where everything went tits up. He clearly only planned the first part and not the second part. I don't know how he thought he could make some kind of inconspicuous getaway with a fucking rogue front-end loader with 2 motorbikes dangling off of it like truck nuts. Like, there was no world where that wouldn't tip off the authorities. And this is not exactly the optimal getaway vehicle, so you can see the vehicle's not really zooming around too quickly and the bikes are banging against each other. I also couldn't help but giggle at the officer telling him to put it down like it's a child who's got a cookie he wasn't supposed to have before eating his vegetables. Like, brother, this man stole a front-end loader. You think he's just going to give up that easily? No. He is committed to this for the long haul.
Okay, he's run over the bikes. Everybody stay well clear of this tractor.
Oh, he already dropped them, but oh boy. Oh boy. This vehicle's not fast enough for this kind of engagement. And he shed the entire front battering ram. Oh god. I don't know how he gets out of this one. Unless his friend stole a helicopter and then gets like a giant magnet to airlift him out. I don't think there's any way he actually gets out of this situation though. Oh! Oh! He's ripping some gnarly maneuvers. This is a very interesting chase. We left the roads and now we're in God's country. Oh my god. Wait, the officer's on the tracks too. Wait, this officer action here is about it. This man's like, it's finally my chance. I didn't think I'd ever get to do this. We're gonna need a good Samaritan to pull him over and like an equally strong front loader. Fight fire with fire.
In the bush. I've got all his clothing in the creek.
Oh boy. We're on foot now. He's naked.
Hands in the air now! Good Good boy, mate. Good boy.
He tried to throw off the dog's scent by getting nude. But that was a pretty cool chase. That was one of the more interesting ones I've seen in a while. Should have found a skunk and got sprayed. Your brain is huge. That's such a good idea. Yeah, he could have hidden his scent if he had just subjected himself to the skunk smell. But then he still would have needed to find a really good hiding place where they wouldn't find him. Instead of throwing your clothes away, just dress up as a deer. I don't know. If you're going to try and disguise yourself, I think you actually have a better chance of disguising yourself as a cop. Like, imagine he gets out of the front loader, runs into the forest, and he has, like, a cop uniform waiting for him, complete with, like, flashlight and everything, and service pistol, and he's, like, just looking around and just talking with the boys. Like, you'd probably get further with that approach. They finally caught him, but this man was operating on, like, demon mode here. He hatched a nefarious plot with the front-end loader, and he tried to see it through, but he didn't quite have what it takes. I still can't believe that he had the chutzpah to steal a front-end loader, get the proper, like, hook attachment for it, get the ratchet straps, and set up the motorbikes in a way that they can be lifted out with the front-end loader and hook. But he didn't plan the most obvious part, which would be, how the fuck do you get away? He had no plan for that. All he did was start just driving down public roads and then was, like, shocked that the cops somehow got on his tail. I don't understand. And this is, like, as I mentioned in the very beginning, this feels like it's being more common, with stealing things like excavators and forklifts and all that to commit wild crime. Like, it feels like it's being more common, but again, this could just be an example of the frequency illusion. I'm not sure yet. But anyway, it's always wild when that happens. Jinkies. It is always such an adventure to watch that. But anyway, yeah, that's really about it. So yeah. Oh, finally some real karate. Jesus. This is like when I play Tekken. Damn. Holy shit. Finally, 2 deadly warriors. A new challenger. Jesus. Same stance. I see they were all trained by the same master. Oh, God. Who's next? A 9-year-old? Wow, this is a big mismatch. Don't use your legs. Use your size advantage. Hey, don't listen to me. I'm not your master, actually. I'm not your sensei. Do what he taught you. He seems to have trained you well. I like how they only let him go for like 20 seconds just to make sure nobody accidentally hurts each other, so that way the master and the dojo aren't responsible for it. Does this not look like a high school gym? No, it's most certainly a high school gym. Where else are you going to train martial arts? I feel like I'm watching a David Attenborough segment. Like when the bees are swarming the wasp.
Good, good. Okay, when the police get it, we'll see.
Yeah?
We'll see, okay? Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I think the police are going to be on his side if you're stealing.
You shoplifter. You can't shoplift here.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
It's a law, I guess.
You don't shoplift here. Go ahead and watch what happens.
Put me in the parking lot.
I can't tell if, like, she's an age illusionist. I can't tell if she's, like, early 20s or late 40s.
Stop it!
Even her mom and dad are like, well, she kind of deserves it.
No. No, no.
No! Let me go!
Oh, God. The demon's coming out?
I'm working. I'm working. She's working.
He's got her with the holy takedown.
Stop it.
Don't bite him either.
Stop it.
Thanks, referee.
You're being filmed, man.
Wait.
Watch your mouth. Be a gentleman.
Okay.
Who's she, his coach? Remember your training. This is not the way of the Force. God bless the cameraman, finally. This dude deserves Employee of the Month here. Graphic warning, that's... Suspect gets naked as meat falls from his pants. That certainly does sound like Florida. If I was confident in their blurring ability, I would watch that, but I'm not.
Sophisticated method. All right,
they just crash the car through the front and just start grabbing shit.
Say is an Melinda Ford, aka Puffy,
is about to hit the dressing room of a Bell's department store in Florida.
Right now, that's fucking awesome. She's like a kingpin.
In the store. Last year, we were given access to an
Puffy.
unfolding investigation to a crime
Stealing another
that starts
$40 in
with
shirts.
sleight of hand, and that's why Sergeant Jim Ostachek from
Ooh,
the
the
Cole County
Sarge.
Sheriff's Office has spent nearly a
No
month
shoplifter has ever survived an encounter with the Sarge.
store to store. Investigators say if they can flip Puffy, they're betting they can round up the returners.
This is like
the
Sly Cooper
bring down
2.
the whole booster ring, and radioing their movements to officers outside waiting in the
But how dangerous is Puffy?
Subjects are now exiting the store.
She learns that Pee-wee's double-crossed her, so she takes her out to like a crocodile-infested swamp with an assault rifle.
Vehicle is moving.
Their own share of substations.
We've got you now, Puffy.
Pull over Puffy and Pee-wee right into the station's parking lot.
Puffy comes out with dual katanas.
Puffy is escorted. Police say Puffy finally seems to crack.
Oh, they broke Puffy?
And they've managed
She's
to get
snitching?
everybody in her virtual Rolodex.
Oh,
And
shit.
she's gonna go to them
Police.
He would be like the only
Now she's signed as like the lieutenant of the police force.
Helping them.
I never thought that what I did was this serious.
Stealing?
It's very serious.
Well,
It actually is an organized crime.
Puffy, who will receive a 2-year prison term plus 10 years of probation.
it is stealing. It's pretty.
Work, helping to
pretty
round
well
up
known to not be
dozens
good.
of suspected returners claim she paid to return for stolen merchandise.
Damn, that car is out. Her husband just left.
33-year-old
Fuck you, Carol.
is also one of them. She was
Damn, this is like the end of an Ocean's 11.
24 months of probation.
I don't
God damn.
face with these cats.
Don't tell me it's filmed like this. Much better. Put a finger in his asshole, it'll calm him down. It's like a human cheat code.
You're not getting away from us, dude.
That's what you think. Right now, he's doing a huge brain scheme where he's sweating and getting it all over his body, making him slippery, and he'll slip right out.
We don't want to hurt you.
I feel like I'm watching the MMA right now with some little ground and pound action, but much slower.
You're going to jail, man. Please help me. No, you're going to jail.
He's getting arrested for having a man bun. Yeah, he didn't steal anything, they just don't like the man bun. And it's not a man bun, this is called the top knot, by the way. Hats off to these 3 dudes for not getting bored of just like holding this guy. Little dance with him.
Don't come back to this target, you heard?
He just gets hit by a car. Why is it called held at gunpoint? Oh, it's not over yet. What the fuck? This is 12 minutes? What the fuck? What is he? Does he come back to steal more shit? But this time wearing a mask?
Why'd you let him go?
Oh, he lives across the street.
Over 2 minutes.
Well, the cops are a little late. Oh, he went to steal somewhere else? Bro, this cameraman's getting so much action in one night. Send the cameraman in to negotiate.
Target guys, so it's an assault.
Why is he hiding behind a gas pump? You never know what the shoplifting guy is capable of. He might start tossing Molotov cocktails out of the chimney or something. He's unpredictable. Is there even anyone in there? The shop owner looks very calm. And he's just jogging around, hanging out. What is happening? I thought he had taken hostages. He dressed up as the storekeeper. Yeah, like hitman disguise. He knocked out the storekeeper and put on his disguise. Well, where the fuck is he? Is there even anyone in there at this point? They got the wrong address. They meant to go to the Target.
Everybody outside 600.
Oh, this is fun. Everyone here is having a good time. He flushed himself down the toilet. He's already getting trained by Master Splinter in the sewers now, yeah. He's gonna come out an even stronger shoplifter. There he is! I see him! That's the guy! Run back to the Target. You're safe there. Jesus, they got a helicopter out here for a shoplifter? Shit must be boring as fucking Sherman Oaks. Finally, some action. I don't care if you only stole 5 packs of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Call everyone, get them all out there. To many people, Florida is an incomprehensible wasteland, almost like something out of a fantasy novel, like Narnia, if Narnia was infested with drugs and human trafficking. But for me, I call Florida home. I've lived in this utopia for all 28 years of my life, and I've got to tell you, I swear with my hand on a stack of Bibles, there's nowhere else I'd rather live, being completely truthful. Born and raised from the womb to the tomb in Florida. Well, I guess not womb to tomb, because I'm pretty sure Florida's going to be underwater within the next 20 years, but hey, we're on a tight schedule, I guess. We're on the clock now, and that only makes the time we have with Florida even more special. What's that expression? The star that burns brightest burns out fastest? That is very applicable to Florida. It is a shining star of a state. That little hemorrhoid on the USA? That's right. That's Florida, baby. So anyway, I was feeling awfully patriotic today, and I wanted to celebrate some Florida enthusiasm by talking about a few stories that I've just been thinking about a lot over the last couple days since I learned about them because they're so wacky. Florida has a reputation for producing the most outrageous headlines ever, which is why Florida Man has been like a coined phrase for quite a few years now. Florida Man is just always referring to the crazy stories that could only really happen in Florida. And there's just some that I've really been thinking about that have happened recently. The first story is almost wholesome in its stupidity. So a man stole an electric scooter from Target and then assembled it outside the Target he had stole it at. So he was out there assembling this electric scooter for quite a long time, which gave the police ample opportunity to show up and arrest him.
What's going on, man? Do me a favor, stand up. Huh? Stand up. I'm gonna detain you for a second. Come here. Put it down. Yes, sir.
Jimmy Neutron's already been hard at work assembling this device. You can see the electric scooter box right next to him, so he's taking it out, he's following the instructions and putting it together. And usually these aren't exactly quick projects, so the authorities would have had plenty of time to not only receive the call from Target, but to then go ahead and stop for lunch if they wanted to, and then still show up in time to arrest this guy. He was out there for quite a while building the scooter, so the police showed up and probably were beyond surprised to see that he was still there. This was probably like a jump scare for them as well, that this guy who had stolen a scooter like 30 minutes ago was just outside putting it together.
You know why I'm detaining you? No, sir. No? Okay. Once I get these on you, I'll explain it to you. We'll get it all figured out, alright? Alright.
A confounding mystery, no doubt. Why would this good Samaritan just casually putting together the electric scooter he just stole possibly be getting arrested or detained here? Something that science can't quite explain, I suppose. I just really like this whole idea here. He steals the scooter and he's like, alright, great. Oh man, I can't ride this. It's in the box. Well, guess I'm gonna have to put this shit together like it's some fucking Legos. And he just does it outside the Target he stole it at. He could have taken that anywhere else. Literally anywhere else. He could have taken it to like a nearby park or even just on the sidewalk somewhere and started putting it together, but instead he puts it together at the danger zone, the hot spot where he had just committed a crime.
Did you buy the scooter? You don't want to answer that question?
Caught him with his hand in the cookie jar with that question. He asks if he bought the scooter, to which he receives no reply. So then the reality starts to sink in for this guy. I'll go ahead and break down the story here, though it's not super interesting, very generic. Target employees saw him grab the Razor electric scooter, so then they just called the police on him, who then showed up and arrested him because he was outside fucking building the thing. What I really love so much about this one is the fact that this is actual, like, Skyrim NPC behavior. So this guy committed a crime. He takes the scooter, he steals it. And then the second he leaves the store, he must have forgot how he acquired that scooter and thought it was totally okay to just go ahead and start putting it together there. That item he just stole. The next story I want to share with you all is actually a really interesting crime plot. This one's got a lot of layers to it. This one's like almost a huge scheme. It's a $1 million plus milk theft. This is actually like a whole crime group, like the fucking milk mafia. They got together and hatched the perfect crime, like Ocean's 11. They decided they were going to steal a fucking ton of milk. A lot of dairy products. It actually goes pretty deep. So the 6 suspects were employees of Island Dairy, a milk distributor that worked with MacArthur Dairy, a milk and dairy products company, and they were arrested as a result of an investigation dubbed Operation Got Milk. This is already a lot to take in. So you've got a lot of players at play on the chessboard here, a lot of pieces in position. When I first saw the headline, I expected it to be like 1 or 2 Florida men that thought they could steal a lot of milk and sell it. So they stole $1 million worth of milk, and I was like, holy shit, they just made $1 million. It took me a minute to register in my fucking smooth little brain here that who in the world, who on God's green earth is going to be buying $1 million worth of milk? That's not exactly a product that you could turn around and immediately get your money out of. You'd be squatting on a massive, massive fucking inventory of dairy for years before you even remotely started to be able to sell some of it. I don't think there's like a booming black market for milk, so it's not like you're just going to immediately be able to turn it around and sell it on the fucking Grand Exchange like it's RuneScape or something. And I've got to be honest, I'll admit my ignorance here. I don't know if Big Dairy buys from random people, right? So if you have $1 million worth of milk that you have stolen from these trucks, how are you going to try and sell it to a different distributor or a different company? I just don't think they'd be buying your, you know, trunk of milk, right? You pull up behind an alley and you're like, all right, I've got the fucking product here, and they give you money for the milk. I don't think a huge market to be able to immediately turn these products into money in their hands. News stations reported that suspects were delivery drivers and dispatchers for Island Dairy. Since 2021, the suspects systematically pilfered more than $925,000 worth of milk from MacArthur Dairy, along with around $350,000 worth of crates. So obviously we're dealing with a lot of milk here. This is more than a Morton Joe was able to harvest in Mad Max Fury Road. The men would allegedly manipulate the ordering system, causing extra dairy products to be loaded onto the distribution delivery trucks. Police said that the delivery drivers would deviate from their pre-assigned routes, meet with another individual, and transfer the extra dairy products to their delivery truck. So they even reveal the method here. They're just giving away the formula that they used. One suspect allegedly sold each stolen milk carton for $10. Let's pump the brakes for a moment. Who the fuck is buying that? Not only is the price not great, but it's also extremely sketchy just to be buying a carton of milk from a stranger? Who would do that? That shit could be poison. It could be just fucking liquid cyanide in there. Like, what? Why would you do that instead of just going to Walmart and getting a carton of milk for like much less than that usually? It just doesn't compute. Who would treat this guy like he's their drug dealer, like their plug? Like, you know, passing out free milk cartons like, hey, come here. I've got some milk cartons in the trunk of my car. First one's free. But if you ever need your fix, you can meet me by the CVS dumpster. I got plenty more milk cartons where that came from. Like, I just can't even imagine that world. That's so wild. This was an organized crime, basically, where they are working in unison to steal products from a company, and obviously the person receiving those products was selling stolen goods. Officials told WTVJ that Island Dairy conducted an internal investigation that uncovered the irregularities and identified the potential suspects. Police were then contacted and began surveillance on the suspects. Hours later, investigators said they captured the transfer of stolen dairy products on video. So they got him. They got him. This is actually a pretty sizable theft here. $1 million plus worth of milk is fucking crazy. So yeah, I definitely wanted to share that one because, wow, what a plan to steal and sell milk, of all things. Anyway, these were just 2 stories I had read recently and watched, I suppose, since there's videos of both, that have really just stuck with me. I keep thinking about them because they're so goofy. So I just wanted to share that. That's really about it. So yeah. Yeah, there's not a whole ton to be proud of when it comes to Florida and the people in it. Like, half the people here think using sunscreen is going to send you straight to hell. So with that in mind, let's see what Florida people are up to when it comes to coronavirus and the controversial topic of wearing a mask.
You literally cannot mandate somebody to wear a mask knowing that that mask is killing people. It literally is killing people.
Yeah, this is why it's so easy to scam people these days, because everyone just wants to feel special, so they just will believe anything at all that puts them in a category that's different from others, no matter how fucking wrong it is. Like this claim right here, you can immediately disprove that masks are killing people with a 2-second Google search, but it doesn't matter because she believes it. She saw it on Facebook, and now she 100% believes it and will not hear the actual truth. That's why people are buying fucking special rocks that they're told blocks Wi-Fi, which they're told, you know, exposure to Wi-Fi over time will cause your nipples to fall off. And they don't bother to do any research on it. They just stick in this fucking disgusting echo chamber on Facebook and believe things like masks are killing people.
And we the people are waking up, and we know what citizen's arrest is, because citizen's arrests are already happening, okay? And every single one of you that are obeying the devil's laws are going to be arrested. And you, doctor, are going to be arrested for crimes against humanity.
Whoa, calm down there, Judge Dredd. Jesus Christ, she's out here being the judge, jury, and executioner. Threatening a citizen's arrest, that's serious. You know, citizen's arrest, I think, has been pulled off successfully 0 times in the entire history of that fucking thing's existence. I'm pretty sure citizen's arrest was started as a joke, and then they just kept it there as a joke. Threatening to citizen's arrest somebody is like threatening to shoot laser beams out of your eyeballs at somebody. It's a threat that you just laugh at.
Every single one of you have a smirk behind that little mask, but every single one of you are going to get punished by God. You cannot escape God. You cannot escape God. I'm gonna say that again. You cannot escape God, not even with the mask or 6 feet. Okay?
Damn, and here I thought I was safe with my 6 feet, but I guess God has an answer to everything, huh? He can counter pretty much every move? What a shame. Well, as you would expect, the majority of people that are against masks think that it infringes on their God-given oxygen. Because apparently when they put on a mask, they like suction cup it to their face and suffocate themselves or some shit. I don't know how the fuck they wear a mask unless they're like duct taping it around their face until they pass out. I couldn't tell you. But you're going to see that argument a lot in this council meeting here today.
6 feet, like I said before, is military protocol. You're trying to get the people to train them so when the cameras, the 5G comes out, what? They're gonna scan everybody. We gotta get scanned. We gotta get temperatured. The kids have to go to school with masks. Are you insane? Are you crazy?
Yeah, are you guys crazy? Are you insane? This lady's out here, very knowledgeable, spitting some facts right in front of you. And you have these devilishly crazy ideas like 5G? Like, oh my god. I'm actually pretty sure this lady is an android constructed by Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg himself created her in a lab and just compiled every fucking garbage Facebook conspiracy and belief and put it all into one person and then unleashed her on this council meeting in Florida just to test it out.
I think all of you should be in a psych ward right the heck now, because none of you know what the hell you are all talking about. This is insane. And then you want to open this meeting with a prayer to God. Are you praying to the devil? Because God is not listening to that prayer, because all of you are practicing the devil's laws. What happened to Bill Gates? Why is he not in jail? Why is Hillary Clinton not in jail? Why are all of these pedophiles that are demanding you all to listen to their rules? Why are they not in jail? Oh, is it because you're part of them? Are you part of the deep state? Your time has expired. The deep state is going down. And if any of you are in the deep state, you're going down with.
So the female Alex Jones goes on a full-fledged rant there. Unfortunately, they cut her off before she got into the interdimensional time-traveling psychic vampire werewolves, but I'm sure she'll come back for the next meeting to discuss that. To see this woman in the condition she's in where her brain has been rotted by Facebook is actually pretty sad, if I'm being honest. She clearly takes everything she sees on Facebook at face value, no matter how outrageous it is, fucking bringing up Bill Gates and shit like that. What I'm hoping for, though, is in the next couple months we can see an explosion of the reptilian movement, because at least that shit is entertainingly stupid, not dangerous. You know, for those that don't know, the reptilian conspiracy is people that believe that there's lizard people among us that hide as human beings, and they'll talk about like zippers on the side of their face and shit like that. The reptilian one is great.
And I'll quote you, Miss McKinley. You said if you don't like the rules, shop somewhere else. Well, after today, I won't have that option anymore, because I am discriminated on every single time I tell somebody that I have a medical condition that does not allow me to wear a mask.
Another passionate speech is given here, and another misguided person is led astray thanks to the internet. As you can see, the person behind her is holding up an anti-vax sign talking about the dangers of vaccines, so I mean, this is kind of the clientele you're dealing with when you're presenting this kind of shit at a council meeting. But it is sad. And apparently everyone in the entire fucking world that uses Facebook has a medical condition that prevents you from wearing a mask. I guess just using Facebook is a disease in and of itself that inhibits the person's ability to fucking breathe anymore, apparently. It's super weird how everyone who reads that rubbing essential oils in your butthole is gonna heal you of coronavirus somehow also has an unspecified, undiagnosed medical condition that prevents them from wearing a mask out in public. Super fucking weird.
You're not God, and since masks are harmful, where there is risk, there should be choice. You're removing our freedoms and stomping on our constitutional rights by these communist dictatorship orders or laws you want to mandate. Today, you have the ability to show your residents that you truly care. Because if you do vote to mandate masks in a workplace, in public, in schools or stores, the death of many will be on your hands. The overwhelming evidence that is being presented to you today in no way, shape, or form can consciously allow you to put your citizens' health at risk. Voting yes to mask mandates makes no scientific sense.
Ah yes, some very compelling evidence was being presented today, such as, masks are bad, it's the work of the devil. What about Bill Gates? Are you kidding me? This is God's air. What the fuck is happening? You want to 5G us? Yeah, that's some real good evidence right there. I just can't even fucking wrap my head around it. They convinced themselves that they're making good points. It's like they don't even hear themselves talk anymore. It's wild. It's wild. It's like using Facebook over time, like, rips your soul out of your body and you just become like this husk. Like this clueless fucking husk of a person. These fucking people, have they never seen a doctor? And nurses, doctors in a hospital setting, they fucking wear masks for 6-8 hours a day. These people have probably never put a mask on in their goddamn life. They lack object permanence. Like if you put a handful of dollar bills, like if you put $5 in your hand and put it behind your back, they probably think it's not even there anymore, that it's just fucking vanished. They're like goddamn children. They see a mask over your face and they think you can't breathe. It's so silly.
Keep taking the road of least resistance. Keep listening to the TV brainwashing you from birth. Keep listening to conditioning messages in your local stores while shopping, just like Fidel Castro did over the loudspeakers in Cuba. Don't you see the problem? The truth is out there. Just go seek the truth.
Yeah, the truth is out there. Go seek the truth. As long as it's the truth that I found on Facebook. I always love that sentiment from people like this. Go do real research. No, not that research from like scientists and shit. I'm talking about like actual research, you know, from like Facebook meme pages that are run by a dude in his fucking shit-stained underwear in his 40s. That he actually knows what he's talking about, not these experts. These experts are fucking clueless. They're propaganda machines. And do real research at Facebook.
My concern, since I do have a medical condition that I cannot wear a mask, you are taking food away from my table.
No, that is an absolutely great point. Hey, while you're on your phone, why don't you download like Uber Eats or some shit like that, or one of the million other apps that deliver food to your door. That way you can still get those precious nutrients on your table without being a big fucking nuisance to everyone else around you.
And they want to throw God's wonderful breathing system out the door. You're all turning your backs on it.
Yeah, I found the entire stream, all 6.5 hours, and this is the only time it buffered. It's like what she said was so shocking that even the video itself had to take a pause to process it. Turning our backs on God's beautiful breathing system. You know, what can you even say about that, honestly?
God made it so that we would breathe in fresh oxygen to go to our body, to every cell in the body. It has to have that to make energy. When you wear a mask, the nose is cut off, the mouth is cut off, and you're breathing carbon dioxide over and over and over again. You're not getting the fresh oxygen that God intended. You're sending carbon dioxide to every cell in the body, polluting it.
I'd like to say, in the beginning, God formed man out of the earth and breathed his breath in him, and he became a living soul. And God gave us the very breath that we are to breathe. I would also like to know, where do you get the authority to reduce my oxygen? Who made you perpetrators over my life?
Jesus Christ, there isn't some kind of invisible goblin unit that's stealing oxygen away from you and giving it to the government. It's a fucking mask.
And ma'am, as a doctor, I really have many question marks about your degrees and what you really know, because what you say is the political dogma that they're trying to shove down our throats on every commercial and every store, and it's disgusting. And I'm sorry, ma'am, but I don't think that you are worthy of your credentials. And I would ask suggestively that you go back to school and get educated.
Yeah, why don't you get educated like this perfectly sane woman here who was talking about how God breathed into people's assholes in the beginning of time or something? Why can't you be more knowledgeable and smart like this woman?
To put masks on our face, to keep us from breathing oxygen, to get us to become sickly.
Actual fucking toddlers with a little tantrum. No, I'm not eating my vegetables. No, how dare you make me eat my vegetables? That's not fair. You can't make me eat these vegetables. I don't want to eat these vegetables. Same fucking thing with this mask debacle here.
How can you make a one-size-fits-all mandate? Are you considering the following? I've been a music teacher for 23 years. I need you to tell me, how do I play a saxophone and sing with a mask on? I'll let you think about that.
Checkmate. Yeah, masks are a bad idea. She can't play the saxophone. I don't know why we didn't think of that. How are you supposed to play a brass instrument with a mask on? You can't. It just doesn't work. You're not going to be able to play a beautiful tune. And if it's interfering with the saxophone playing, well, the masks, I guess they just gotta go. Somehow, this was the most sane argument I saw from people at this meeting. I mean, because she's not wrong. I mean, you can't really play the saxophone with a mask on. You'd have to take the mask down and then play it. Everyone else just talked about how they were dying, how the masks were literally making people drop dead in the streets. At least hers was accurate, you know, she's not wrong, you can't play the sax with a mask on. If I'm being honest, all of these people and their words actually did speak to me and open my third eye to a truth. I now understand why insane fucking lunatics like this actually have some level of power and a voice in decision making. It's because they're the only goddamn troglodytes that leave their cave to go to these fucking meetings. This meeting lasted 6.5 hours, and the only people there were anti-vaxxers and anti-maskers. These fucking brainwashed idiots that still believe the tooth fairy is real waited 6.5 hours just to go walk up to a mic for 30 seconds and regurgitate what they read on Facebook while being laughed at by the people they're saying it to. A normal, rational person will be like, well, 6.5 hours just to speak for 30 seconds and, you know, get made fun of. Probably not worth the time investment. But these fucking people lack even the most basic cognitive functions to register what boredom is. So they will happily wait 6.5 hours just to read some garbage script off their phone they wrote while fucking half blacked out on Xanax and wine. And then just, it's incredible to me. And incredible is the wrong word. Terrifying is the appropriate word. These speeches are like fucking middle school debate club level shit. But yeah, anyway, that's about it. So yeah. Watch court cam. Is there new court cam that I've missed? Let's see. I'll just go through here, I think. This might be easier. Man tries playing mind tricks with the judge. Ah, so he encountered a Jedi. Is that Nicolas Cage?
Hall is here for driving under the influence and driving with a suspended license.
He looks like the kind of guy.
Sir, I haven't said for the court how I'm appearing today, sir.
I'm not asking you yet.
What does that mean? I can see how you're appearing. Like a meth addict.
Sir, today I'm appearing as the agent and settler for David Hall.
Oh, he's cosplaying.
Okay.
My name sounds exactly like the defendant's, and I'm here to settle that matter today.
Oh!
So are you and David Hall one
Interesting.
I'm not a person, I'm an individual. David Hall is a person, I am a private individual.
Hall's legalese.
Interesting.
To say the least. But the judge...
He's got us backed into a corner.
Individual. And I don't think you understand the difference between a person and an individual.
Could you appear as a 19-year-old boy, perhaps, if I asked you to?
Correct.
Just starts transforming his face like a polyjuice potion.
And even the person's bond today at $10,000.
Damn. Slap the whole family.
And the person continues to drive without a driver's license.
Quick, substitute in somebody else. This time you're Martha Cranberry.
Is a violation of his original bond. All versions of David Hall must remain in jail unless he can come up with the cash.
Well, is there any other? Are you asking me as the settler, the agent?
Hey, he's getting fucking blasted. Judge is bending him over and biting his fucking asshole off.
Okay, I am not the person, David Hall. Tell him he's not leaving jail either, all right? Have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Come on. Down the middle.
You have to be a really insufferably fucking dumb asshole to think sovereign citizen is a real thing. Just as a heads up. Thanks to the resub chills. It never works because it's not a real thing. If you say you're a sovereign citizen, you just get laughed at. Let's see what the most dramatic moments are. He's even got merch made. That was pretty cool.
Please be seated.
Accused of killing 2 teens in 1993 when he was just 16.
Holy shit.
At that time, it became a key piece of evidence for the prosecution.
Present in the courtroom. The court has received.
So did he actually kill them or what?
Indicating that they've reached a verdict.
Villegas has been on trial 3 separate times for this crime and has maintained his innocence throughout. After spending 18 years in prison, that verdict was thrown out in 2013.
Holy shit!
Because of ineffective assistance of counsel. He has remained out on bond as he awaited a 3rd trial. During that time, he fathered 2 children.
What the fuck?
The prosecution continued to insist on his guilt.
Verdict Form B. We, the jury, find the defendant Daniel Villegas not guilty of...
Hey! Oh, okay, so that had a happy ending, assuming he didn't actually murder anyone. If he did, then that's not good. We'll need to, have a hard think on that if that happens to be the case.
16 years old.
Good luck to you.
He fucking did it! It only took 18 years of his life.
Madison's been convicted on 3 counts of aggravated
Jesus
murder
Christ.
for the killing and mutilation of 3 young women in Ohio. As part of the hearing,
I thought these were gonna be goofy. These are fucking heavy. Jesus Lord.
Right now, I guess we're supposed to, in our hearts, forgive this clown.
No, I hate that perspective. You don't forgive people like that. It's not empowering. It's not just demonstrating strength to forgive a murderer. It's ridiculous. Oh, fuck. That was a great jump. His airtime was nuts. He fucking took off.
Van Terry is released without charges. A short time
Thank
later,
God.
County Judge Michael Madison is sentenced to death and will now live on Ohio's death row. We start things off at the Russell.
I am so glad that guy didn't get charged. I am so fucking glad.
Domestic violence order.
I hate when like you lash out at someone like that and you get charged for it. It's fucked up.
I haven't done anything to this court.
Is she gonna lunge at him too? Fucking take off.
For contempt of court.
You will serve 10 days for contempt of court. Go now.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Make it 11 days.
Get off of me!
In a legal process.
She handled that really well. Damn, people really like lunge.
No, I'm not. I'm not under oath. All right, raise your right hand. Want to swear in?
Ooh! Blasted, get pranked. Oh, we've seen this. I recognize this guy now.
You threatened my life the other day.
I remember this. We did see this one.
I am not under oath. This is being done unconstitutionally.
I don't remember what he does.
My kids unrightfully. So that being said,
he's driving a hard case.
no, do you want to be here or not?
The judge is handling this very well.
Wants to sit here while you take their kids. This is a conflict of interest. Can I get some water, please?
Do you want to suck his dick for the water?
I don't know. I need you to answer.
He's so patient.
Cook has accepted a plea deal that will drop a conspiracy charge, which carried a maximum penalty of life in prison. But counts of carjacking, attempted carjacking with a deadly weapon, and felony battery are still in play.
Damn, that's huge. I didn't know conspiracy was that seriously taken.
There was an orchestrated ambush, and you are a main part of that. And for that, I'm going to go ahead and adjudicate you guilty of all 3 charges.
Oh!
20 years in state prison.
Damn! I mean, it is really avoidable. Don't set up an ambush. Like, it's super easy to avoid.
More severe than they expected.
Thanks to Prime Bomb.
It turns out that Cook and her mother's reactions were so intense because they believed the plea deal meant no prison time.
That's how they get you.
Judge Foxman
That's
allows her to enter
plea deals in a nutshell.
Cook's sentence is reduced to 11 years in prison.
Ah. Okay, so only over half of her entire life so far.
Where public defender Andrew Weinstock and his client are...
To be fair, sounds like she deserved it though. Match with someone on Tinder, set up a robbery. That's fucked up.
I'm not waving.
That's not like a mistake you make. That is you being a psychopath.
I don't need your help.
Wow.
You know what? I'm the public defender. I have a right to be here, and I have a right to stand
I said
and represent
sit
my
down.
clients.
Damn.
If you want to fight, let's go out back and I'll just beat your ass.
Oh,
it is. Head to the hallway behind the courtroom, just out of the view of the court's cameras. Believe it or not, they get into a physical.
Holy shit!
Until Judge Murphy returns to the courtroom, alone.
Thank you.
That is about the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen.
I will catch my breath.
So you're fucking, who's this, Judge Murphy? You're telling me the public defender got to square off against the judge in a legally orchestrated pugilistic fisticuff showdown at whatever this is, a Judge Judy dispute here or whatever, and the judge actually beat his ass and the cops didn't intervene at any point? That's incredible. That's fucking incredible. Judge Murphy, I want to see this guy. Is he jacked? Florida, that sounds about right. Florida Judge Murphy. Come on. Oh, come on. Who is this mystery man? What the fuck? No, they removed him? Total lack of self-control. Come on. This is exactly how it should be. You got beef? Let's fucking settle it. That's great. I just want to see him, man. I'm not his fucking attorney. I just want to see what the guy looks like. Will he pop up in images? No way. This is what he looks like? This guy threw hands? He wasn't dealing with like a pushover. Like, this is a big boy. God damn. All right. Hey, hats off to him. Trial by combat. He's got that old man strength.
I would like to get it done as fast as possible.
Good answer.
Doesn't help me.
Now, if you can beat the judge in the fight, we'll reduce it even further.
Florida Judicial Qualifications Commission, who charged Judge John Murphy with threatening to commit violence.
It wasn't a threat. Sounds like he followed through.
Engaging in a physical altercation with counsel. The case eventually reaches the Florida Supreme Court, which orders the immediate suspension and permanent removal of Judge Murphy from his post.
Thanks to Resub Humongous. If you can beat my goddamn lawyer in a fight, he wasn't a good lawyer in the first place.
Washington. In the
You beat my lawyer, you beat me. That's fine.
Just finished some business.
You're about to see a robbery that's extremely nostalgic. It's a brand new robbery, but it elicits a feeling of nostalgia. It reminds me of the first Fast and Furious movie where they were stealing DVD players. These gentlemen are attempting to steal this TV off the wall, which I find super odd because no one really steals TVs anymore. They're very hard to move, they're less expensive than something smaller like an iPhone, and just really don't see a lot of TVs being stolen anymore. But these guys must be like thieves that time traveled from the early 90s to late 2019, and they're just confused by the scary future. But, you know, they see TVs like, shit, they still got TVs. Yeah, boys are back in action, let's steal this bitch. It's probably still worth it. Unfortunately, the security camera doesn't capture any sound, but if it did, you'd probably be hearing the Benny Hill theme being played over the loudspeaker, and this guy right here that's fucking DJ turntabling the TV on the wall shouting for help. Luckily, there was a vigilante in the area hearing the cries, but I guess those windows must be clean as shit because he thought that one was open instead of the broken one next to him, so he hits that like a dog trying to come inside but hitting a glass door. The cavalry arrives and they get their third friend opening the trunk, which is just very overconfident, thinking they're actually going to get this TV off here. And this must be just the slipperiest goddamn glass of all time. It's like they're on an ice skating rink. Now finally, after windmilling the TV for 30 seconds, they finally rip that bitch off the wall and luckily break it immediately so they get nothing out of this, and they keep slipping and sliding all over the place. It's like there's fucking butter on the bottom of their shoes. Then finally the mastermind, the supervillain, the real muscle behind the operation hops in the driver's seat and peels out. They may have left empty-handed, but at least their pride is intact. Their spirits were probably still high, and I imagine they drove away looking for the nearest Radio Shack or Blockbuster to rob next. Let's go through this one more time and watch the slippery bandits in action again. I've mounted a few TVs in my day, but I've never seen one with this kind of range of motion. I've never seen one that you could spin like a fucking washing machine. His tactics also don't make sense because he's going with it, he's trying to like unscrew it and then kind of like kick flip off it. I don't even know if these two guys know each other. This guy comes from way downtown, like out of fucking nowhere for a surprise RKO. I can't imagine that they plan to be this far away from each other. This might just be like a really nice coincidence, like shit, I was trying to rob this place too, fuck it, this guy's already here, let's try and help. Damn, we're not strong enough to help. And it's super slippery. No doubt his hands are sliced up from landing on that glass, but he's a trooper, so he doesn't let the pain bother him. He goes and rips that TV off. At this point it wasn't about stealing it was about teaching the TV a lesson. You don't fuck with the slippery bandits. That fucking TV thought it could make these guys look stupid? Unbelievable. No one makes these guys look stupid. I don't know if they got caught or anything, but I imagine if they did, they'd probably just immediately go to jail and hope that the video never surfaces. Like they're in the fucking courtroom. I didn't do it. Well, we have video, you did it. Fuck it, don't show it. I did it. Just please don't show it. It's gotta be real fucking embarrassing. But yeah, that's it. So yeah. In case any of you have been feeling a lack of self-esteem or a bit hard on yourself, I wanted to show you a video that will prove that no matter what's going on with you, you will never be as pathetic as the man I'm about to show you. This is a video that I've thought about for quite a while now. This happened in 2013, and I'll think about it and just remember, you know what? At least I'm not that guy. And hopefully it'll do the same for you. So this is an attempted robbery here by the Hamburglar. He's doing us the favor of showing us his face before putting his mother's pantyhose over it. Then he comes back into frame looking like fucking Goofy here, about to commit a felony. He's got a brick armed and ready, launches that bad boy, it doesn't work, he panics, trips, falls a couple times, and then scurries off. One of the finest crimes our nation has ever seen. A smooth operation. This is up there with the Zodiac Killer when it comes to mysteries. In fact, this man was never caught. Probably because the detectives were too busy laughing at him, but they never did catch this man. He could be out there still terrorizing meat stores to this day. Throwing bricks, bowling balls, perhaps even dropping full grand pianos through them, Looney Tunes style. This menace is still out there. And this is all we have to identify him, and the only proof of his existence. It's like a cryptid. We basically caught the not-so-slender man here. This guy is fucking incredible at everything involving disasters. It is perhaps the worst attempted robbery ever recorded. He's actually kind of a pioneer when it comes to attempted robberies, because this isn't the standard meta of robbing a place for money. Because this isn't a place where there would be any money in the shop or in the cash register. It's a fucking meat store. They only sell meat. So the only motivating factor here, the goal, wouldn't be money, it'd be more meat. Which is truly innovative, I would say, in the crime game. Just look at the way he's dressed. He looks like he's trying to audition to be a backup dancer in an old Bee Gees music video. I'd like to just play this one more time, start to finish here, because it's a masterpiece disaster. He must have just seen a brick as he was going for a midnight stroll, and then hatched this genius scheme here to get some more meat, but it all went downhill when he was defeated by the Vibranium glass door. Real shame. Yeah, I'm just pretty fucking mad and wanted to vent. Florida is America's asshole. It fucking sucks here. I have left my house 3 times in the last 4 months thinking that by doing this very simple act that an actual fucking baby could accomplish with minimal whining, that the coronavirus cases would start to slow down, kind of like they have everywhere else in the world. But Florida is full of so many brainwashed, vapid, revolting, idiotic ghouls that it's not only increasing every day, but setting new records every fucking day for the coronavirus here in Florida. We just hit a new record of 15,000 new cases a few days ago. We've been getting more than 10,000 cases a day for quite a while now. Today's actually been an extremely good day. Florida's on the turnaround right now. We're making big moves. Today we only had 9,000 new cases clocked, but we also had a record number of deaths for a single day. So you win some, you lose some. It's a give or take, and hey, we'll fucking take those. We can't stop copping dubskis down here in Florida. Bunch of fucking dumbass ghouls here. And cracked out, methed out fucking idiots in this state that read Facebook and then translate these goddamn stupid memes that someone started that's probably locked in a shit-stained basement and for some reason believe that reptilians are controlling viruses, and now they take it and transfer it to the real world and it actively hurts everyone around. It is such a fucking upsetting circumstance in this godforsaken state, if you can even call it a state. I don't think Florida's a state. This is a goddamn laboratory. And what we manufacture here is coronavirus. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, when's coronavirus gonna end? Can't wait for coronavirus to be over. Fuck you. I promise you, for as long as Florida exists, coronavirus will not only exist, but will absolutely thrive. We are a coronavirus farm. More than that, we're a coronavirus fucking personal trainer. We're teaching coronavirus how to become better and more effective by just being really fucking stupid. But, you know, it's not all bad. To be fair, there's actually a lot of good news in Florida. We just reopened Disney World, so, you know, the world of dreams, baby. The Magic Kingdom is in full effect again, baby. So come on down. There's never been a better time to visit Disney World during a pandemic. My dog probably understands more about coronavirus than these fucking stupid people that are out on the streets protesting it and shit. Speaking of anti-mask protesting, let's go ahead and take a look at one that happened yesterday. Let's see what kind of high IQ intellectuals we're dealing with at these protests. So one brave hero opened a grilled cheese restaurant and said, we don't care about masks, you don't need them here. So the police came in because masks are kind of a big deal and said, hey, you need masks. And that's when all hell broke loose. Jesus Christ, blood, tits, and cum was flying everywhere in the restaurant. Children are being snapped in half, taken over the knee, and just busted right in two as the people were shouting, stand down, fighting against tyranny. Something you'd read about in the Bible. Good versus evil, mask versus no mask. The clash of the titans. The abominable anti-mask troglodytes in one unified voice said, we wanted grilled cheese, and we didn't want to put something over our face, god damn it. It is our right as Americans to not wear a mask in a grilled cheese restaurant.
It's wrong what you're doing. It's wrong, America. This is America. This is America. You're not a communist. This is not communist China.
Now, I'd be a fool to think any of these anti-maskers are literate, so I don't expect any of them have ever read a history textbook, but I find it almost humorous how identical this is to McCarthyism. If those of you that don't know, McCarthyism was pretty much a point in American history where a man named McCarthy would accuse people he didn't like of being a communist, and people are doing that exact same thing with people they don't like that are wearing a mask, or just in general things they don't like. I don't want to do this, that means it's communism. Oh my goodness, what is that over your face? Is that cloth? How can you breathe? You're suffocating yourself, you communist. No, I won't wear a mask, you communist. Guarantee half these people can't spell communism. But I do actually find it interesting how history repeats itself. I know growing up you'd always get told, oh, we have to study history so it doesn't repeat itself, but I always thought that was a load of dog shit because, I mean, it didn't make sense to me. Why would history repeat itself? But now I see I was just outright wrong, and it does actually seem to repeat itself, which is pretty fucking wild.
You want to call me selfish for not wearing a mask? I want to say to you, all the people calling me selfish, you're the one who's trying to force me a medical procedure so you can feel more safe.
Chris, I don't only want to call you selfish, I'd also like to call you a homunculus. I think if pathetic was a person, it'd look a lot like you, Chris. Out here striking like an Uncle Sam pose here, calling putting a mask on your face a medical procedure. Yeah, you're not only selfish, Chris, you're also very dumb. The lack of self-awareness is actually remarkable, calling her a Karen when he's out here dressed like one of those overly handsy middle school gym teachers that eventually gets busted for being inappropriate with the students, and making this huge hoopla about taking 1 second out of your morning routine to put on a mask before going to stuff your fucking face with 3,000 calories at a greasy grilled cheese restaurant. Yeah, she's the Karen, Chris. Hi, Chris and Tara. You're not actually up against people. You're up against a virus. You see, this fucking misinformation is turning people on each other. mask versus no mask people, as opposed to the actual issue at hand being the virus. These people like to believe that they're not perpetual failures, but in reality they are, and they're also sheep. They hate sheep, but they themselves are actual, real sheep. They blindly follow mysterious posts on Facebook that somehow always find a way to draw a divide between people. I'm not one to subscribe to many conspiracy theories, but I firmly do believe that there is an outside force manipulating these really gullible idiots like this into transferring the actual issue from a virus to other people. So that way, if you have them distracted and don't give a fuck about the virus, just have them attacking other people, you can just cause a lot more chaos that way. And I really feel like that's the goal with a lot of the shit on Facebook. I really do think Facebook in and of itself is just an actual virus as well. It should be labeled a pandemic too. It is a truly festering, disease-ridden cesspool. There's a few more clips from this anti-mask rally, but it's just more of the same diarrhea drivel from someone else's mouth. I think what's even the saddest part about this is more and more people across the world keep laughing at Florida and the people in Florida, and that only cements their belief that they're right even more. It's such a weird circumstance where the more they get mocked, insulted, laughed at, berated, belittled, it makes them more powerful and cements their beliefs even further, which makes absolutely no sense to me. Who likes to get ridiculed? Why? It's weird. It's like people in Florida have a humiliation fetish. Like maybe they're putting something in the water to turn everyone here into some kind of like humiliation craving cuck. I don't really know, but it's genuinely fucking baffling how people can be so content to just get constantly made fun of in every corner of the world. Nobody respects Florida right now, and for very good and very obvious reasons. But those reasons and that actual just laughing at and mocking is making them believe it even more. It's crazy and sad and fucking frustrating, and it's all that's been on my mind for like the last week, so I just wanted to get it all out of my system here and vent about it. That's about it. So yeah. How many of you are familiar with this story? This was called the Cookie Monster. Back in 2008, 2 girls that steal from the Girl Scouts, and it's actually kind of deep. Like, it gets wild. I won't spoil the ending or anything, but it gets kind of silly. And I'd never heard of this before, but I guess it was a big deal back in 2008.
Basically, me and my friend Stephanie, we needed some money. We saw a girl selling Girl Scout cookies. We saw an envelope with money in it, and I grabbed it, and she drove away.
That's free money, baby.
Why did you do it? Because we needed money. We just wanted money.
What did you...
I think the Girl Scouts should be traveling with like a safe, like a lockbox maybe, and armed security guards. Because this is not the first time I've heard of them being robbed. It seems like that's kind of common. Like they set up their Girl Scout cookie stands outside of Walmart or Publix or something, and then someone just comes by and just... fucking mine.
What about the people who would say, all right, you know, it's one thing to steal money, it's another thing to do it from a 9-year-old girl selling Girl Scout cookies?
I mean, money's money. I mean, I feel bad it was a 9-year-old girl, but there was $150 in that envelope, and I wanted that money, and it was mine.
How brutally honest. Like an actual comic book villain. Out here teaching life lessons. $150 easy payday. The only problem was we got caught. And I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for those meddling grocery store security cameras.
I just want to say that I'm sorry for offending the Girl Scout organization, but other than that, that's it.
I like the word offending there. As if that was the problem, like she insulted them and they took it personally or something. Instead of, I apologize for stealing from the Girl Scout organization, it's, I'm sorry for hurting their feelings. So pretty smart criminal overall. But she's not the star of the show. This was mainly the sidekick, the Robin to the real Batman, Stephanie Woods.
I mean, some people might say...
You'll see her in just a minute.
I heard one person...
It's not her money.
I mean, it is.
A girl was selling it, but it's not like she was going to make that money. So it doesn't really bother me. The only thing that bothers me is my charges
Those neurons
now.
are not firing.
what was the other crime that you had been charged with?
Domestic battery.
Oh, huge.
Pretty much, we just
There
saw
she
the
is.
Girl Scouts with their little
protagonist.
table, and
but it's a crime.
I know it's a crime, but it was an easy crime. it was easy.
True.
It was sitting right there. I mean, there's
Literally taking candy from a baby. Like, you just stealing from a 9-year-old? Like, what are they gonna do? Put up a fight? No. No, sir. Who's a 9-year-old gonna beat? Not an adult. No shot. Like that, yeah, that's easy crime. She's not wrong. She's making a great point. What a fucking maniac.
there's a lesson learned now, but
what's the lesson you say that you could learn out of this?
probably not to get caught, or maybe not to steal.
I mean, do you have any remorse about stealing from a 9-year-old girl?
Right now, no, because I'm kind of pissed because I have charges and we had to give the money back anyway, so now I'm pretty pissed.
Net loss,
But
unfortunately.
I mean, some people might say it's.
I don't feel sadness for that little girl. I mean, she's getting a lot of money right now from people who feel bad for her. So.
Is she in the same parking lot? I just noticed she like pointed over there. Are they still selling cookies? Like, once this camera comes off, Stephanie Woods might just make her way over there, just meander over and steal a couple extra envelopes of cash from the Girl Scouts. Return to the scene of the crime, lightning striking twice in the same place. After this, a few years later, she got arrested again. Still can't get rid of the Cookie Monster name, by the way. It's what she's forever known for. And sentenced to 6.5 years in prison. Not from stealing from Girl Scouts this time. That was just her gateway drug to a harder drug, heroin. So, yep. A pretty expected conclusion, if I'm being honest. You know, this is something I think a lot of people saw coming. But she must have hired Saul Goodman because initially she was facing 9.5 years. But she took a plea deal, so it worked out for her. 6 years, rent-free, long con. True, she won't need to worry about gas money in jail. She's out of jail now, though. This was 2014, and she served 6.5 years, assuming she did the whole sentence. Like, she's out. So if your daughter's in the Girl Scouts, tell her to sleep with one eye open, because Stephanie Woods could be right around the corner. She's like the boogeyman. Being smart has its drawbacks. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, too, listening to her speak. Like, damn, she's quite intelligent. One of those true criminal genius masterminds. A victim of her own hubris, unfortunately. What happened to the other girl? I don't know who the other girl was. Stephanie Woods was really the star. I don't know shit about the other girl. I couldn't find any info on her. Maybe someone in chat knows, for someone that's a little more familiar with the story than I am. In 2009, she was also arrested for robbery and kidnapping. She pleaded guilty. Man, I tell you, you steal money from the Girl Scouts one time, and then all of a sudden you're shooting up heroin in the bathtub and kidnapping kids and robbing other places. She stole like $400 from a gas station as well. Girl Scouts set her up. Oh yeah, maybe this was entrapment. Like the Girl Scouts deliberately left an envelope with like $150 like sneaking out of it on the side of the table, and they all turned around in order to catch some would-be thieves. You might be onto something. That's how they got my uncle. Fun fact, they also dine and dashed to Denny's 3 weeks earlier. The vid on it is called Girl Scout Cookie Money Theft. Okay, I've got to see that.
All I could say is that I'm really sorry.
Stephanie Woods seems contrite, claiming she's been turned into a cookie money monster. The 18-year-old convicted just days ago.
They actually brought the
from a Girl Scout.
They brought the Girl Scout in to testify. Yeah, that's the bitch that stole our money. That fucking heartless fiend. Yeah, that's her. I recognize her. Put her in the slammer.
Even though I think it'd be really unfair if I got 60 days in jail.
A 17-year-old
What do you mean?
who's yet to be charged was with her in both the Denny's and Girl Scout thefts, and was
Oh, now we get to learn about the
take
sidekick?
stand, but Woods' attorney was nervous. She was going to turn against his client, so she took the plea.
The family
days, despite this flip of the finger and then shove of our camera last week in court.
Hey, Stephanie, come
I
on.
don't have
Hey,
much of an
come
attitude
on.
anymore, really, except for the other day. But that was just anger. So what can I say?
Her attorney
Thus,
says Wood's
an
plea of
attitude.
no contest was the best avenue, given the conflicting statements from her younger co-defendant.
Oh, there's still more.
It's the Girl Scout cookie thief like you've never seen her before, crying.
Damn,
in
she was a
court
celebrity.
After the judge throws the book at her.
An out-of-control drug user and sent her away to get her life back on track. She will have up to 3 years to do just that.
Holy shit.
The road for 18-year-old Stephanie
Wait, what the
Woods.
fuck? Wait, so she was sentenced even before the 6.5 years? Wait, did I just miss that in the article? So she just bounces from prison to prison. So she had a 3.5-year sentence before the 6.5? There's still more?
From juvenile detention to the county jail, more punishment for Stephanie Woods, the so-called Girl Scout cookie cash thief.
Another sentencing for Stephanie Woods.
I'm adding an extra year because I just hate the letters from your fans.
Ordered Woods into custody and into drug treatment, but Judge Cohen says it should stay, and he gives Stephanie 3 days in jail as a deterrent.
The judge, I think, did the right thing. I really do.
Damn, what a story. Yeah, that shit is deep. All starting from stealing cookies from stealing money from the Girl Scouts. Wild. Crazy how it all ended up. Well, I guess not really crazy. Kind of expected. I really do wonder what her friend's doing. I wonder if she also had this kind of trajectory. She was given 2 years of probation for the drugs, after which she committed 10 probation offenses, including violating curfew, hanging with criminals, lying to her probation officer, giving an officer a fake ID, not doing community service, and stealing $400 from a gas station. Allegedly. That also could be a false flag operation from the Girl Scouts. We don't know for sure yet. Last night, some deviously clever thieves hatched a genius idea on how to steal an ATM machine using a forklift. This isn't the first of its kind, and it certainly won't be the last. In fact, it's a pretty popular genre of content online, with surveillance cameras capturing goofy ATM heists, and it's always a whole team of clowns that show up to the party, and somehow none of them had any neuron activation to plan beforehand, because it almost never goes right. It seems like ATM robberies are done exclusively by people that can't tie their own shoes, but then also somehow have access to the wackiest vehicles ever. Like, last night it was a forklift. There was one a couple years ago where they came up with a fucking excavator, actual heavy machinery, an excavator they used to carve the ATM out of a building, pick it up in its bucket and dump into a goddamn van. Like, I don't even know where they're getting it from. It's like they're playing GTA Online in real life. But yeah, it's always just so interesting. So I want to show you a few of them. We'll start with last night's forklift heist. This happened in Sacramento, and it's like something out of a SpongeBob episode with every villain is Lemons here. So there's only a couple of chess pieces on the board here. We have the white pickup truck on the top and the forklift on the left. Now pay close attention to that forklift operator, because he may be out here committing a crime, but he said, "God damn it, I'm not violating OSHA regulations." Robbery is one thing, but violating OSHA regulations, that's an unforgivable sin, and I will have no part in that, thank you very much. So that gentleman's in the proper forklift attire, complete with even the hard hat, and then he just fires this bitch into turbo drive. He engaged the NOS boosters and just gave a big wallop to the ATM, knocking it off of the pedestal there. And then he begins the second part of this incredible scheme that they've hatched. The truck driver throws that ass in reverse to get in the proper position to receive the ATM, and then the forklift driver comes over here and just skewers it. He starts pumping it a little bit, hoping to get the tongs on the actual ATM unit itself and not just the outer casing. It's like an egg, and then the orange stuff is the shell, and what he wants to get to is the yolk in the middle. So, with the delicate hands of a surgeon, he gets underneath it and cradles it like a baby. So, mission accomplished so far. He's got the ATM on the forklift, and now it's just the last little piece of the puzzle, and he blows it. Yeah, he blows it. A bit of a fumble there, miscalculation, could have happened to anyone. And as you can see, it's happening to the best of us. Now all of a sudden there's a spectator in the stands. Another car swoops in here, a variable they couldn't have accounted for, and this had to be the most shocking moment of that driver's life. What started as just a normal trip to the ATM ended up with him getting caught in an idiot sandwich, so he says, "You know what, I'm not hungry, I'm going home." And just when you thought this game was over, sports fans, wait until the fourth quarter, because look at this comeback. A perfect exchange from forklift to truck bed. Dominic Toretto puts pedal to the metal and drives off. No need to fasten or secure the ATM in the truck bed. It's not going to fall off. They're operating off hopes and dreams. And when has that ever not been enough? According to news reports, the ATM fell off a few miles up the road and ended up causing a car accident, so I can only pray that whoever was involved in that accident is okay. Just, who could have seen that coming?
Into the bed of the truck, only for it to fall off in the middle of the street, causing a traffic accident.
No one could have accurately predicted that that would happen. Just truly a freak accident somehow, that ATM falling off the truck. But I don't want to just talk about just this one ATM heist, because there's so many that are just as wacky and goofy, so I want to show you a few of them. But before doing that, I want to show you something that is far more valuable than an ATM machine. It's Godslap. Issue 4 of Godslap, to be precise. It just dropped today. Issue 4 of Godslap is here. This is the standard cover, as well as always, 2 beautiful variant covers. And the story is really, really getting good, so you don't want to miss it. Godslap issue 4 is available right now at badegg.co, and if you don't want a physical copy of Godslap, there is a digital download as well, so definitely make sure to check that out. It's our comic series we've been working on for a few years now, and we're really starting to get in our stride. We're entering the golden age of Godslap, baby. I know I've already shown this clip before, but since I mentioned it at the beginning of the video, I figured there's no time like the present to once again put it in the top of everyone's mind. This is the infamous excavator ATM heist here. So this is a stolen excavator, and they really gave it a workout. You can see him going fishing here for the ATM, just really digging in there like someone trying to get the last bit of toothpaste out of the tube. Finally gets the ATM in the bucket, and here's his good friends here, the foot ninjas from the Ninja Turtles. That man up front is striking a power stance like actual NPC energy, and then he gets it and just puts it in the open sunroof of the van. And let me tell ya, perfect calculations because it fits like a glove. Look at that. Putting the square into the square hole just the way we used to do it when we were kids. Jackpot. Now, it may not have, fit as perfectly as they maybe drew it up in the playbook, which is why they give it a couple of little slaps to try and get it down a bit deeper, but at the end of the day, it was good enough, so they were satisfied with a job well done and drove away.
The footage is shocking. A pickup truck smashes into a grocery store, but this driver isn't done. He goes on the other side and zooms straight through.
When I first saw that clip, I actually laughed out loud very hard, which isn't normal for me from a YouTube video. I just couldn't even wrap my head around the thought process of the driver. Like, he accomplished the goal on the first try here. He got a strike down the bowling alley. He backed his truck up into the store through the doors the first time. So why did he pull out and do it again just for a bigger fucking explosion? Like, on the other side, it accomplished nothing. He had already done what he set out to do with getting his truck inside. I don't exactly know why he did that. That was absolutely a fuck you. This became personal. It went from an ATM robbery to a statement real quick.
Why is this happening? Because crooks are after the ATM machine. They load it in the truck and they're off.
Now, this one doesn't use any fancy schmancy machinery here like a forklift or an excavator. Just good old-fashioned spit and elbow grease. Just 2 dudes being men, picking up an ATM and putting it in their truck and driving away. No need for elaborate planning, no need for even a single thought to enter your brain for this one. Just, I want ATM. I drive truck through and pick up ATM. Okay. Actual caveman brain idea.
With the use of brute force, brazen ATM thefts are happening all over the country.
This whole video from Inside Edition is mainly a montage of wacky ATM thefts, and you can see that they brought out a timeless classic strategy here with, once again, the forklift, but this one's got a little pizzazz to it. They're hitting us with a razzle-dazzle. So they're doing like a little balancing act where they're just like, they got a fingernail on the ATM machine with the forklift tongue, and he's just like kind of balancing it on the way out and like holding it back and driving away slowly. It's like something out of the circus. It's actually very impressive. There's real talent behind the wheel of that forklift. This isn't something that anybody could just get up and do. There is a real passion for their work here. And dare I say it, they even seem a bit considerate. They said, you know what, I want the money from the ATM, but I don't want to cause too much damage in the process. So I'm just gonna real tenderly pick it up, balance it, and just get away with it. I don't want to hit any walls or anything. He didn't come in here and just start fucking slapping it around like the last guy in the forklift video we saw from last night. This guy came in here with a real delicate touch. Or at least that's what the video showed. Maybe right after this brief clip, the guy just goes ballistic and starts just like speeding the forklift into everything he can find. Maybe.
In Chicago, a crook wraps a rope around the ATM and gives the signal. A truck then hauls the machine through the front door, even injuring his partner.
That one's probably my favorite. Just a beautiful blunder, really. Wraps the cord around the forklift, and then he's like, all right, punch it. And then he just gets absolutely blasted by the ATM. He didn't stop to think for just 1 second how the world works with physics and shit, that by standing at the doorway where the rope was leading out, that the ATM would follow that trail. So he just stands right in between a bullet and a target here and takes a hit to the leg from the ATM. It just comes through like a cannonball and annihilates him. His knee got busted up in a big way. It reminds me of a tweet I read like a month ago where a guy took a bad step at a baseball game and he like blew out both of his knees. The tweet said, this man just blew his ACL, MCL, DVD, and NBC. And that's how I feel about this clip right here. That ATM absolutely fucked his knee, I think. Now, I don't think it broke his leg because it seems like he was able to like kind of limp away, but that's no doubt just all of the adrenaline that kicked in to, you know, not get caught here. But yeah, I think that clip is by far the best one so far from these ATM heists. So yeah, I just wanted to share a few of these with you since the forklift one just happened last night, and that's really about it. So yeah. Defendant throws backpack at judge, and throws is capitalized, caps locked. Must be a hard throw.
Next stop is the Cleveland Municipal Courtroom of Judge Marilyn Cassidy in Cleveland, Ohio. He walks up alone, carrying a backpack.
Full of bricks. Just to launch at the judge. Oh. Uh-oh. Ah! So it was right. He isn't going to do any of that. He's just going right to jail. He didn't lie. How close was the throw, though?
By hurling his backpack at her.
Oh, not even close. Hit the desk.
Ducks, and meanwhile, Carson punches public defender David Eidenmiller, who just happens to be standing there in the back of the head. He's then tackled by the large man.
David feels real silly.
His court officers come streaming in to help.
I better get out of the way of this potential danger. Shit, I walked right into his fist.
And that big mystery man who came flying out of his seat and over the defense.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Carson. Well, that's Cleveland Police Union President Steve Loomis.
Oh, I was close.
He's eventually subdued, cuffed, and led out of the courtroom. He's charged with contempt of court and sentenced to 30 days in jail.
Only 30, you
Thanks
know?
For being a fan of Court Cam.
You know, only 30 days for launching a backpack and punching an attorney? That's, you know, it could have been worse. That's almost a fair trade right there. Like, you know, he kind of came out on top of that transaction, really. Man escapes from courthouse in handcuffs. Man, this happens so often. Oh, good move.
Away from security and re-entered the courtroom.
He picks the locks on the handcuffs.
He strips off his prison-issue shirt.
Wait, what? He actually got the fucking handcuffs off?
He uses it to hide his handcuffs. He makes it to the hallway.
Wow.
And after a quick look around, and continues barefoot through the courthouse.
This guy just doesn't give a fuck.
He makes his way to the lobby until he exits straight through the front doors. But within 2 hours, police catch up with him.
He didn't get very far.
At a friend's house.
He went right to a friend's house, huh?
Immediately taken back into custody.
He looked pretty smart there for a minute with that shirt play. I'll go to the one place they'll never expect me to my mom's house. It's too obvious. They'll never check. Man tries to escape courtroom.
Next, we head to Jefferson County
Tier 1 Nick
in Louisville,
the
Kentucky.
Prime Suck.
We are on the record.
Once the testimony concludes, the camera, controlled by Judge Barry Willett, remains locked on the empty witness chair as the judge announces his decision.
And then a ghost comes in.
In its entirety.
That flash across the screen was Woodford making a run for it.
I was able to pick up on that. I was able to piece that puzzle together, actually. That the man running was probably the guy.
Can be heard pleading with her boyfriend to stop.
Yep. I'm a huge Mass Effect fan, except for the ending of 3.
Deputies,
the ending is terrible.
Caught up in the tussle to stop Woodford from escaping.
Thanks to resub T-. And I'm not sure, I'd have to think about it.
Well, that's a first in 19 years on the bench. She did tackle him on the way out. Are you okay?
He sounds like Winnie the Pooh.
Woodford's girlfriend requests
Oh, well, I guess he did try and escape.
What happened to her?
How about some honey?
Record in the Woodford.
Man gets tased in court while trying to clear his name. That sounds cool.
We now head to the Nesbitt Courthouse in Anchorage, Alaska.
That they had screwed me out of a plea deal, that the state had falsified evidence, and now they're lying
it's a grand conspiracy.
cover it all up, and that's just the beginning of it. That's right.
The game pilot and tour guide is seeking to clear his
Jesus, he's even got a map.
Old conviction.
That is another felony.
I don't think you're gonna get these felonies to work.
Because somebody has to.
No matter how hard you stomp. Oh shit. Oh god. The taser wasn't on the map. Is that the judge? That looks like Slender Man. Who are we zooming in on here? Is that a cryptid?
The judge opts not to intervene.
He's a citizen of the United States.
And leaves the court.
I've had enough with you crazy Alaskan people. I'm going home.
Haig's attempt to clear his name continues.
I think he did a pretty good job of clearing his name, if I had to guess. Like, I don't, you know, I don't think they're gonna continue to look at him as a bad guy. I think he, overall, pretty good mission. Yeah, I mean, he took the map right out of Dora the Explorer's backpack, but it wasn't enough to convince the old judge there. He still got fucking blasted. Judge makes everyone go to jail for 30 days. Really? He was having a bad day.
Back of the courtroom is Ingrid Berg,
hey,
the
Ingrid.
defendant's wife. And sitting in the row directly in front of her is the victim's mother,
Uh-oh.
Peggy Gabbard.
Ingrid's about to go nuts. Oh, Jesus, Ingrid! She just got clobbered. Whoa, boy. Whoa, now.
Defendant's wife.
Oh, did she get involved too? She's like 70 years old.
Red purse, I told you to come up here. Put him right there.
Ooh, the whole class is getting fucked.
Your mind if you think you're going to try to stop anything in court. We got bailiffs in here to do it. And you're sitting in there in jail right now.
And where were those bailiffs, William? What do you mean?
This is insane.
What?
The incident ends with at least 4 people being charged with contempt.
They were so behind.
Mother, Peggy Gabbard. The defendant, Shane.
This guy had to completely separate them.
If you don't get 6 months in jail.
Damn, William just said, I want to feel big today. I want to feel real big. I'm going to send this 90-year-old woman to jail for 30 days. See if she lives. That'll teach you to try and protect your daughter.
The teen addresses the court.
I would like to fight for myself.
Uh-oh.
It appears this young defendant play Perry Mason, but Judge
pulling a page out of Onision's playbook.
That's a good idea.
Very good, very good.
That's not a smart play. New York Yankees, and you've never even learned how to play baseball.
That's fine.
Yeah, but he goes on Reddit sometimes. Let him do it.
In this matter.
Yeah, why can't we just let my son go to jail real quick? Fuck it. I don't even want to try.
My job requires that I protect your constitutional rights. You as an American citizen.
Oh god, he's going in. Holy shit, he's going raw.
Stupid to know what I'm trying to do is protect you.
Oh boy. Teen sues parents. Good.
It's a broken family dynamic.
And a good camera at this courthouse. Very interesting.
And I'm asking the court to help her in this very difficult situation because they have...
The dad just wrote down, no chance.
And I believe that they are being negligent.
Nope. Will not help.
These statements that they...
Uh-oh.
One of the
So it's a boy thing, huh?
Is that mom and dad don't approve of Rachel's boyfriend.
Why does he drive a sports bike?
A phone call made by Rachel's
Smoke
mother,
cigarettes? Isn't this case thrown out? She's 18.
You're a real winner, aren't you? I really just want to all over your face right now. Anyway,
Oh, I see.
have a nice life.
Jesus, okay, well
Has
then.
some strong words for the plaintiff.
That's a weird thing to say to your parents. I want to shit all over your face. It's like an Xbox Live insult.
Where the mother is calling the daughter the same kind of name. So I would go.
The mother threatens to shit all over her daughter's face.
They're the ones who raised this child. This is the language that they're using in their household.
Interesting. So who's shitting on whose face then? The web runs deep.
Are we going to...
A family that shits together stays together. I've lived in Florida my whole life. I've seen things that you'd only read about in fairy tales. I could tell you stories that you would swear were false. I knew a guy in college who used to ask to lick people's shoes on the streets, the bottom of their shoes on the street, for his own sexual gratification, I imagine. I don't know if it was sexual, it's my theory, but he used to love licking shoes, and he became known as the Ybor shoe licker. Ybor being the area that he resides in. Point is, I'm getting lost in the lore of the Florida comic book superheroes. The point is, these eyes have laid upon things that could traumatize even the most grizzled of Navy SEALs. And yet still I'm surprised by some of the things that happen in Florida. Today I watched a news story that I can't make heads or tails of. I don't know who's in the right and who's in the wrong here. You know, so I just wanted to share it with all of you because it's starting to convince me that Florida's not even a real place. It's just like a giant sketch comedy section. Like a quarantine zone of bad sketches gone wrong.
Well, I went to jail. They come arrested me last Thursday. They were here.
I lose them to animals, but I was not expecting them to lose them to my neighbor. That was like my friend.
So those are the main characters here, and I'll give you a quick backstory. So they're neighbors, and one of them killed the other's rooster. Now, the guy's claiming it was done in self-defense because the rooster was extremely aggressive, and he's facing potentially up to like 5 years in jail for animal cruelty. He already spent like 30 hours in jail for this. The other guy's claiming he did it just maliciously to kill the rooster. And we're about to get a lot of exposition here, so get ready.
I didn't know to give it a 21 gun salute. CPR, mouth to mouth, you know, or call the chicken ambulance.
Big Roo was Jason Day Felice's pet rooster. That is, until James Nix hit it with a stick.
Now, like a game of Clue, we have the murder weapon and the location of the murder. But we don't know the circumstances as to why. We know James is responsible for the execution of Big Roo, but we don't know the motive. We also know James sounds like Larry the Cable Guy, but that might not be good evidence for us. We get James's side of the story here, and the way he tells this war story makes it sound like Big Roo was the raid boss of this trailer park. He makes it sound like, you know, Big Roo was coming around the block to shake James down for his lunch money, and James panicked and in self-defense hit it with a stick, which unfortunately killed the rooster. He didn't mean to kill it, he just wanted to get it away from him, but it unfortunately led to the demise of Big Roo. He then says that he didn't do CPR or mouth-to-mouth or call the chicken ambulance, saying that he didn't know what to do, kind of panicking about it, which I don't think is going to help James's case here since he just left the body in a ditch. He could have absolutely called the chicken ambulance. I mean, we all know that hotline number, you know, like the Ghostbusters, who are you gonna call? Chicken ambulance. But he didn't do even that, so he hit it with a stick and then left it. Which is sad, and I do know from personal experience, roosters can be some real aggressive sons of bitches, that's for fucking sure. I remember being a little kid and like a school field trip took us to a petting zoo. Bro, those roosters will come at you with a head of steam sometime, looking to take your fucking heart out. So, I have no doubt that there probably was an element of self-defense here, but I don't blame the rooster or anything, I blame the owner. He was being kept as a pet, and the owner clearly does nothing to like monitor it or keep it on a leash. Though I don't know if you're like supposed to keep roosters on a leash and walk them or something, that I'm not familiar with. But like at least keep them from like just wandering in neighbors' yards and you know, being let loose. The owner just didn't do anything to protect his pet and just let it wander the entire neighborhood, which gets brought up here in a minute.
So I'm defending myself. You know, I was feared for my safety, and the chicken, you know, died.
Nick says the rooster attacked people.
I have not heard that, because I know the neighbor here, I know him. Like, we're friends. He never said anything to me about it.
I did tell him after the chicken hit my dad, I said, hey man, the chicken attacked my dad. What's the deal? It's just a chicken. What's he gonna do? You know, okay, well, look.
Now James pulls out the receipts here. He's got the photos to prove it. Man was using that Dell laptop to print these bad boys out specifically for the interview, showing that the chicken does have a history of attacking. So he's saying that his father was a victim of the Big Roo, and you can see some of the scars here. So Big Roo was terrorizing this area, though Jason disagrees, saying that no one ever said that, including James. And truthfully, I just don't know who to believe here, because it's very possible James could have just printed off any photos of a leg injury and claimed it was Big Roo that did it to try and establish a history of violence, to try and justify the self-defense with the stick. And I'd like to see the stick that struck down Big Roo, because that's got to be the biggest stick in all of Florida. Like a goddamn mahogany tree trunk, or like a caveman's club. To take out Big Roo in a single strike, that thing must have been the weight of Thor's hammer.
The neighbors even disagree on how others saw Big Roo.
The kids that used to live over there, they were throwing rocks and sticks at this chicken to keep it away.
I know the kids down here, they played with the rooster a little bit, like would throw rocks at it and chase it.
So
Jason, that's not playing with the rooster. That's being afraid of it and trying to get it the fuck away from them. Who plays by throwing rocks at each other? Hey, Bill, come on over here. Let's play this fun game of being stoned to death. It's great. Like, again, it's hard to know who's in the right and who's in the wrong here, but I am leaning more on the side of James did this as an accident in self-defense. Jason's attitude is pretty douchey, and he does not understand what playing is. Oh yeah, that James is a real jerk. He's a no-good liar. Everyone in the neighborhood loved Big Roo. The kids would throw rocks at him, run away screaming and crying. It was so much fun, and I know they're going to be really upset to learn the news here. Also, I think Jason does bear a big fault because he's the pet owner, and he did nothing to, you know, monitor the pet, just leaving it completely open to roam the area, clearly. Even he's not defending that. He's talking about how, like, the neighborhood kids would throw rocks, so clearly there's a history of Jason just letting the rooster wander around completely unsupervised, which is very irresponsible.
One day when Nick says the rooster followed him and attacked him.
His neck flares up, and he's doing his thing, and he's trying to jump up at me.
He was trying to get the animal away.
This makes total sense to me, because if there was a big rooster coming at me and it started busting out the Squidward dance, I'd probably panic too and try and flee, or, you know, flight or fight response would kick in. You know, it'd be a real mess. Again, the way James tells this story just seems a lot more genuine than the way Jason tells it, but it's just so hard to know for sure. But I also think it would have made a lot of sense if James truly did this in self-defense, to go to Jason and be like, look man, you know we all loved Big Roo, and unfortunately something tragic just happened, and then explained it to him. I feel like it wouldn't have got this far, but it seems like he just left the rooster's corpse outside, just like rotting outside. So, which means that Jason now doesn't trust James' story, because James made no attempt to, like, communicate what actually happened to Jason, I guess. This is just, there's so many fucking plot lines going on here. I feel like I'm trying to dissect Evangelion. It's just so many moving parts.
And I try to hit it, but the chicken's jumping up at me, and I accidentally knocked it in the head. You know, call it a lucky shot, whatever.
But when Dave Felice came home, all he saw was his rooster dead in a ditch.
You see what I mean? Leaving the body out there was just a bad move from James, because it immediately makes Jason question what the fuck happened and why. It makes it seem like James just killed his rooster in cold blood and left it outside like a trophy or a warning to other roosters, like Vlad the Impaler, putting the goddamn Big Roo on a pike. It's just there could have been a much more efficient way of handling this, just like more communication, like, Jason, you stupid imbecile. You again left Big Roo unsupervised and it tried to attack me, and I accidentally hit it in the head, and unfortunately it went right to Valhalla. You know, like, they could have talked it out. They both shoulder a lot of blame here, but I really do think Jason's intentions were self-defense. Roosters, again, from what I understand, can be very aggressive. Jason openly states, yes, this rooster just wandered around this entire area. Neighborhood kids threw rocks. The other neighbors over here, you know, knew the rooster. You know, so clearly there's just a lot of problems in general with what happened here. And it's a sad story, but one that I find so fascinating.
I said I'm calling JSO. I called JSO. JSO didn't do nothing. Then a couple days later, I realized I could call animal control.
And in late June, James Nix went to jail for animal cruelty.
Next thing you know, he calls the chicken police on me.
That's the last organization you want to visit from. The chicken police are no-nonsense, ruthless, strictly business, merciless, and they will fuck you up. You know, God have mercy on the soul of someone who gets a visit from the chicken police.
While the neighbors continue the fight, Nick says he never should have been arrested.
Chickens are dying every day, people, at churches, Popeyes, and Kentucky Fried Chicken. Really?
He's not wrong, but it's not a great comparison either, because it's not like those chickens are being hit with a stick in the back of the restaurant. They were factory farmed. This was a guy's pet. Again, I think both people are at fault here, but I just don't know who's more in the wrong. I don't know if it's necessarily animal cruelty if it was done in self-defense. Like a rooster, I mean, they could hurt you, right? Like, it's not like they're completely unable to do damage to human beings. People get attacked by chickens and it causes damage. Usually not life-threatening or anything, but you still don't want to just be attacked by a random animal just on your way home. Again, Jason shouldn't just let his roosters wander around and, you know, rampage this whole neighborhood, and James should have done more to tell Jason what happened. You know, that it was an accident, that Big Roo attacked him. So, again, just a wild story, and Florida is just so full of wackiness, I couldn't help but just bring this one up. That's about it. See ya.